Hi, everybody. Juan is here. We didn't realize we had the same time zone, so my fault for not letting him know I was Eastern Standard Time. He thought it wasn't for another hour, but nevertheless, we are here. So it's so good to have you, Juan,
Thank you so much. I'm glad to be here and all the things.
and all the things. Um, I am really bad sick, so my voice is really off. So I'm going to be drinking a lot and clearing my throat, and I apologize, but I did not want to cancel. I have been like bedridden sick for days.
Oh my
So,
God.
yeah, I'm okay. I went to the doctor today and I have an upper respiratory and sinus infection. So he gave me a Z pack and I'll be fine in a day or two. But I've been really sick. So that's another thing. I got presents coming your way, just so
Oh,
you
thanks.
know. Yeah, some Christmas presents, but obviously, because I've been sick, I didn't want to send germs to everybody. So I'm trying not to be. So now that I know I'm not contagious or whatever, now I can send my mail. I didn't want, I didn't want to send, because I've got about 200 packages to go out and I didn't want to send it out to the masses.
Oh my.
So hello, everybody. Thanks so much for coming. I'm very, very excited to have Juan on tonight. And, Juan's pretty much an open book. We all know a lot about him already. But we just thought we'd come on here and chit chat a little bit and get to know each other. And also, if you guys have any questions, Thris is here and she's going to put emojis around and let me know if I miss any questions in the chat that you'd like to ask Juan. Now, of course, we got to keep things PG and don't get personal. But you know the drill, guys. Okay, so tell us about yourself as if we've never heard about you. We don't know nothing about you.
Okay, so let's see. I am a Gen Xer. I am 44 years old. I'm about to turn 45 this summer.
Oh, you're the
Uh,
same age as my oldest son.
yeah. So I'm a first time homeowner. I bought my house in 2022. So during the pandemic and all, I guess toward the end of it. Um, Out of us 11, I am the first one to buy and have my own home.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, thanks. I'm a caretaker, as some of you guys may already know. I take care of my mom. She lives here with me. And let's see, I crochet.
And boy, do you ever.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been crocheting now for 30 years. I started when I was 14, going on 15. And yeah, a monster was created as a kid, and it's been here ever since. So,
Well, I'm hoping I create that monster. My grandson Max, he's doing really good, but he was here for a week. My
yeah.
grandson, and he's 12, and he wanted to learn to crochet really bad. I mean, he kept going, Grandma, Grandma, So he come out for the week, and I was, trying to teach him, and he's doing pretty good. But the last couple of days, he was like, "I'm tired. That's hard." So I'm hoping he continues because I'm really excited about, the fact that he wanted to learn. So
Yeah, for sure. I
that's
know.
super cool that you at 14, 15 learned to crochet. That's great.
Yeah, and even at that age, I mean, I was a teenager, so it wasn't like it was 100% of my time. I dipped into it, I dipped out of it, went back to it, and through the years, I became more and more addicted to it.
Yeah, same for me. Same for me.
Yeah.
Um, I always get it confused. I don't know if it was my grandma or my mom that taught me because they were both there. I can
Yeah.
never remember, but I was about 10. And then I messed around with it for a little while, but they really didn't teach me how to make anything. They just taught me, single crochet, chain, double crochet. That was about it. It was like, here, kid, go make something. So, you know, so I never really, but then as I got older, I started teaching myself,
Yep.
messing around with it because, I'm pretty crafty. And then I started watching Bag O' Day Crochet like 4 or 5 years ago, something like that. And
Yep.
that was it. I was off and running. I started making cardigans and everything. I never thought I'd get to that point. So,
Wow.
but gosh, your stuff is just beautiful, man. I love the way you crochet.
I'll tell you what, the reason why I crochet the way I do is because I had to do it behind closed doors. I didn't have to, I mean, I was so embarrassed at the fact that I crocheted, and in my environment, I
Wow.
mean, it was looked down upon. So,
Really?
Yes, I was raised to, accept what it is that I did. But if I went outside of my house, I was in an environment outside of my house where I couldn't just openly tell people that I did it.
Well,
Uh,
that's kind of, I've never thought about that. I guess as a guy,
yeah,
that wouldn't be as well accepted as if you were female. Wow, I never thought about that one.
yeah. So in my house, it was fine, and that's where I kept it. Like I kept it in my room behind a closed door, and I just focused on my stitches and kept practicing and all the things. But as I got older, I said, "Wait a minute, what am I hiding this for?" And
It's, I
so,
mean, you're talented. It's a craft and you're talented, and not everybody can do it. I mean, you should be proud of that.
well, yeah, too. But also, like, I'm big as a house. I mean, figuratively, I'm tall, I'm big, and
Me too, but I'm only 5 foot tall, so
I mean, your average person just isn't going to come up to me and say something. At this point, I'm 6.5 feet tall. I
yeah,
mean,
it'd be a little rough. Yeah, like, oh, I don't know about that big dude. I'm just gonna let him crochet.
yeah, just leave me in the corner and let me be.
Just let him be. That's funny. Yeah, I guess I never really thought about that. I guess, as a guy, especially back when you were a kid, back then there was a lot of prejudice back then that really ticked me off. But anyway, that would be something, yeah, I could see that people would kind of think you were odd or something, as a male doing it. Wow, I never thought about that until just now.
Yeah, for sure. So, I mean, it's been an adventure. It's been a journey, but now I'm at peace with it. I do what I want when I want and how I want to do it.
Me too. You get to be a certain age and it's like, you know what? I'm doing me.
For sure.
Yeah.
And then on top of all that, I always talk about how frugal I am with my yarns. I mean, you and I have spoken before this interview a couple times about that.
Yeah.
And, you know, all through the years, when I'm buying yarn and things, I'm like, well, what can I make on, a dime? Like,
Yeah,
what
me
can I
too.
make? Can I make something out of nothing? And now that I'm older and I do have access to the finer yarns, I still find myself looking for a deal and a steal.
I always am. I don't care. I'm always going to look for a deal on a steal.
Yeah,
Always. Always, always, always. That's just how I am. I reuse, recycle. I'm thrift store shopper. I
exactly.
I used to, I do a lot of different crafts, and I used to actually go not dumpster diving per se, but like, somebody threw out a chair. I would
Yeah,
go get that chair and redo it.
yeah,
I would paint it and put my hippie twist on things, and that's how I made my living. I sold things that I made like that I literally picked from the trash. So you talk about a penny pincher. I was the coupon queen when my kids were little.
wow,
Yeah, so I totally relate to that. I've always been that way, even though I have the money to do what I want, really.
yeah,
I'm pretty frugal. I do once in a while, over the top, and then I feel ashamed of myself because, geez, Dee, you could have bought so much more yarn if you'd have just bought it over here than there. But
for
yeah,
sure.
I totally get that. Well, you have quite a beautiful selection behind you there. I like how you got it color coded. Looks
Thank you.
awesome. Mine is not color coded because I like the very, very, what do they call that? Multicolored yarn.
The
Like
variegated. Yeah,
variegated. That's the word I was looking for. I was
yeah,
saying varied. That didn't sound right. I like the varied yarn. But
yeah.
I like variegated yarn, but like that whole side of my room is all solid color. But this back here is variegated. And that over there is solid, but you can't see it no more. People have made me so many things that I've got them all around me, and it's kind of blocked out the yarn. It's just, which is awesome. I mean, I've gotten some really beautiful gifts from people, and so have you. I love that pillow you got and the embroidery hoop, and I've been watching, so.
Yeah, I mean, I've been blessed. I'm not even going to sit here and lie. Like, I did not think in a million years that our community would embrace me the way they have.
Oh, we love you, man. You're awesome. You're kind and you have a positive attitude, and
Yeah,
you're funny and you're lighthearted, you're charming. And you're not so bad on the eyes either. You're a handsome dude. Hey, I'm an old lady. I'm allowed to say whatever the heck I want. You're the same age as my son. I can tell you you're handsome.
Thanks. I appreciate
That's the truth. You know,
Thanks.
that is, see, everybody's going, agreed, agreed. See, that's what I'm telling you. You know, that's, of course, we're going to embrace you. You're a guy
Yep.
that, that, you know, can do the things that we like to do. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? So that's a win-win, you know?
Yeah.
Question
And
for one, how do you organize your yarn? Weight, color, or brand?
okay. So this is going to be a funny answer to this question. I this happened by accident. This was not intentional at all, actually. So, funny story about what's behind me. During the pandemic, I panic bought. I was doing a temperature blanket and I wasn't sure how much of what color I needed for my temperature blanket. And so I bought in bulk. And I wound up buying, I think, maybe 20 skeins of every color of Red Heart that they had.
Afraid that you may not be able to get a hold of it again or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
I wound up getting, I want to say, about 15 boxes, like ice size boxes of yarn. And after I got that, I just sat it in a room. I had it all organized in bins. And then I decided, I'm going to eventually come on YouTube. Let me do some research. Let me do my homework. And I learned about backdrops and I learned about what people like to see when they look at somebody. So, um, you know, this was an accident actually, because nothing, if you look at it, I mean, it's nice, but that's not intentional. I said, let me just put the yellows here. Let me put the greens here. And
Well, you
that's
didn't
just
know
how
you were building like a perfect backscape for yourself, you
I
know?
had no idea. And then everyone's like, Juan, is that like real? And I have to take the video camera and go to the wall and touch it and be
And
like,
touch it. Look, yeah, this is real stuff. That's cool. That's
yeah, but
cool. So then what's the answer to that? You didn't really arrange it. It just
yeah,
happened
now
organically.
right. And I do plan on redoing it. Like I said in some of my videos, the other room behind us is being redone. Once that room is done, I'm going to redo this one and I am going to organize it. So if I had a chance to actually organize it, I would organize it by color. My yarnscape should be a colorscape. So I would
That's
do,
how it is on the other side of the room, but nobody can see that, you know, so.
yeah, it should be Roy G. Biv, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, whatever. And then I would probably do it by weight, being as though like the lighter yarns at the top and the thicker yarns at the bottom. So like when I go to do that, that's how I'm going to do it.
Yep, that's the way this side of my room is, but recently, I don't know if you know, but I went on a crazy since Black Friday. I have bought so much yarn, like more yarn than I think I ever have, and I'm
Yep.
so ashamed. I'm so ashamed of myself, but you know, now I have justification because Max is going to learn to crochet, and when I die, he gets it all. So I have justification for my hoard, you know? But what had happened is I didn't have anywhere else to put it.
Yeah.
So I found myself shoving stuff in front of stuff that was in my cubicles because I have the cubicles just like you do. And now I don't know where stuff is because I did that. So
Wow.
now I've got to go through and redo it again. And that, what you're saying is exactly my intention. Lighter
Yeah.
at the top, heavier weight at the bottom, color coordinate, you know. But like I said, a lot of variegated yarns. So, you know,
Yeah.
that's going to be tricky. But yeah, that's a
Well,
good idea that way. That
well, yeah,
is.
I am perplexed about something if I'm being honest. So I did not ever plan on Hanks being a part of the equation. I'm frugal, you know what I mean? I'm big box buyer. So Hanks, I
Okay.
didn't expect to ever get any. I didn't ever expect to buy any. And so how do you store those? You know?
Okay. Well, you can put those in cubes as well and just have them point outward. Right. It doesn't really show it off. Or you can do like Thriss did with her little mini Hanks from her Advent. She strung them on a string.
Well, that's an idea. That's a good.
Yeah.
I didn't think about
Yeah.
that. That's good.
Yeah, I thought that was a really good idea. Question for Juan. Someone asked, where did you come up with the idea of the wheel?
So, for those of you who may or may not know, I have a teaching background, and so I taught at the high school level, and so one of the ways to capture my students' attention was to use a wheel or to use a mnemonic device, like something that would help people to remember. And so one day in class, I brought a wheel, and everyone's attention was like, okay, I'm focused. I want to see what's on the wheel. I want to see what it lands on. So it was just a way to capture people's attention. And I said, wait a minute, I have this channel and I want to get people's attention. I want all the people to come to my channel. What's the one thing that I could use to get that to happen? The wheel. So I went back to my teaching days, and yeah, so I used the wheel.
It's awesome. Everybody loves it. People are talking about it all over. They talk about it all the time, you know. And I think it's really cool how you're doing the stitch thing, you know, where you spin it for the stitch. You know, that could become very challenging, dude.
And
Yeah.
guys remember the very first one that I did, I used actual words. And then the feedback I got was, well, when you flip the monitor around for the right-handed crocheters, everything is backwards. So someone insisted that I use symbols. And I said, that's genius. So that idea actually came from my viewers.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I noticed you had changed it and then you just had the, you know, like
Yeah.
almost the, yeah, that's like Roman numeral kind of thing.
I love that
Yeah.
people like this.
Yeah, that's super cool. That's really cool.
Nice.
Let's see. Bridget says that Queen Crafts by Bridget says that she has a door shoe organizer that she puts her hanks in.
Okay, that's a great idea as
That's
well.
another really good idea that you could use. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. I'm trying to keep up. There's a lot of stuff coming and going here. Let's see. Now, why is my Denise Zamora just became a new member? Welcome in. Yeah, everybody loves the wheel. They're all saying, brilliant idea. Love the wheel. It's like playing roulette.
Mhm.
Juan inspired me to crochet my first ever shawl, but I ran out of yarn, so I have to find the same yarn to finish it. Doggone it. I pay yarn chicken with everything I make, I swear.
Yep.
Oh, it's terrible. And that was from One View, Cornwall. That's where that statement came from.
Nice. That's super exciting.
Let's see. Let's see another. There's more questions up here, but it's going nuts. So let me see. Yeah, a lot of people went crazy on Black Friday. They had great yarn sales this year.
They,
Oh, they did, man.
Dee, I wish that they actually had the product to support their sale, if I'm being honest. There were some Black Friday sales that I wanted to take advantage of, but knew that, like, if I did, the likelihood of me getting everything I ordered be slim to none, if I'm being
Yeah,
honest.
yeah. Either everything you ordered, or they'd promise it to you by a certain date, and you wouldn't get it till a month or so later.
Right.
Yeah,
Because I don't know about you, but when I go Black Friday shopping for yarn, I have gift ideas in my head that I
me
want to.
too. Yeah,
So we need that yarn at some point before Christmas so that we can make it fast enough to wrap it up and give it to the person we want to give it to. And this year, for some reason, we had a couple places who shall remain unnamed come very late and last minute. And so some gifts were given late. So,
yeah. I had to make 9 hexie cardigans for Christmas. Oh yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not even gonna. I don't. I'll tell you what. Thriss did the 2 of them for me. She did the main body of it, the 2 hexies, and Mama G did 2 hexies for me as well. If they wouldn't have helped me with those 4, I would have never made it. Because I was literally like a couple days before Christmas still working on the final one. And I still had other things to do. And Mark was making hats on the Addy machine like a crazy man. He was in there jamming out old tunes and just cranking away. I'm like, he's like, I got like 25 more hats to make. What am I going to do? So, yeah, we were, whew. And then when the yarn come late, some of the yarn that we needed, it was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, for sure.
you know.
That's crazy.
Oh, Jaxie, Creations by Jax. She says she's incognito and listening from work.
Oh, Jaxie's on. That's so cool. Hi, Jax.
Yeah, Jax is actually, I'm going to interview Jax next, I believe.
Oh, that's so cool. I'm going to be watching.
Yeah, we have to work out the logistics and all that. I got to get back with her. With me being sick, it's kind of put everything on hold. And I'm even afraid to go around my mom, because I'm a caregiver as well. And so
Okay.
I'm afraid to, I'm afraid because she has COPD. And with me having upper respiratory issue right now, I've been like having Mark take her food into her and, not breathing and handing her medication. I mean, it's just been terrible.
Yeah,
It's,
for sure.
yeah. And she, oof. Everybody's saying, yes, we love Juan. D, someone asked, where did it come up with the idea of the wheel? Okay, I already got that one. All right, let me go up a little further. Everybody's saying that you're very low. Your volume is very low. Do you have any way of turning it up?
Let's see. Oh, sorry.
Hey, do what you gotta do.
Okay, so let me press this button. Maybe I need to get closer.
I don't know. We'll be
Can you
looking
guys
up.
hear me?
Can we hear you? Or we're looking up your nose? Let's see. Is that any better, everybody? I got to get to the bottom here. Let's see, I was zooming upward. Oh, thank you, everybody. They say being closer fixed it, so you just needed to be a little closer. Okay. Okay, cool. Perfect. They can hear you fine now. Okay, awesome. I didn't realize that was going on until I got to the bottom of the chat there. Okay. Jeez, oh, Pete. 177 in the chat. Look at you. You just bring out everybody. Everybody
Well,
wants to see Juan.
I tell you what, if I told everyone the right time, there would be more people here.
Oh, no.
I put in my Facebook group chat that we were going on at 6 Central. And yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's okay. Maybe they'll see that we're on here and, be here.
I
But
hope so.
I can't wait to try Fair hooks. Oh, people are talking about the Fair hooks. Yeah, I have I had quite a few. I gave most of them away. I did keep a couple for myself, the Beetlejuice ones, the black and white striped ones. Those are the ones that I kept for myself because I love Beetlejuice. So
Don't they have metal ones? I was on the website. I thought one of their lines there, they had a metal hook, or are they all resin?
ooh, I don't know. I'll have to look.
Yeah.
I was only aware of the resin ones. That's the only ones I was aware of. I'm gonna have to look because
Yeah.
I like I told you before, I'm a furls girl. I used Boyd. I used like a no name brand because it really did. I don't remember it having a name on it when I was young. Yeah, I know Odyssey. Didn't I tell you? Those are awesome. My favorite hook. I have them everywhere. I even have them. I even have them in the full steel version.
Oh,
I've got. I love them.
my good friend Mishi gave
Miss, she
this,
gave that to you. I know. I seen where she gave it to you.
but before that, I'm telling you, D, I was not for the furls hooks.
I
Not
know the resin furls, and I'm an affiliate, so I really shouldn't talk like this. But anyway,
sorry.
say la vie. I don't care. I'm me. If they don't like it, I'm sorry. But the resin hooks, a lot of them would fall off a table and break.
Yep.
They weren't as strong on the end. Another thing I noticed about them is the tip was rounded, and if you're doing a tight stitch,
Hmm.
or you're trying to get you like say for instance you're using one of those cotton cakes where they had the 4 strands,
Yep.
it would hang up on, you couldn't get it in there and it would hang up on, and I quit using them because of that. The only one I kept was my Pride one. Where is it at? It should be right here. Oh, I moved the cup over. Anyways, yeah, the only one I have left is my Pride one. Other than that, I didn't. I gave them all away, and everybody loves them. But
Yep.
me, I'm just kind of fussy. I, like what I like.
If
But
we can find a company that makes these hooks in metal like this, I'd
right,
I'd be all over it.
yeah,
Uh,
me too. Me
yeah.
too. Yeah, because I've had those snap in half. Separate the metal from the handle.
Wow.
That's happened to me 2 times. Both times they did replace them, but then they changed the return policy because I think they were getting a lot of that.
Wow.
So yeah, I don't know what's happening over there at Furls, but I love them. They're my favorite hooks. You know, get your stuff together, man. Jeez, oh Pete.
Yeah. If I could be an affiliate for this company, I would.
And that is
Prim.
Prim. You like the Prim hooks?
Oh my goodness, yes.
I don't think I've ever tried them. You know, I have never tried Susan Bates. Yeah, that's nice. I've never tried Susan Bates. Someone asked me the other day. The only hooks I've ever tried were no name brand. I went to Boyd. That's what I've been using for many, many years. And then someone bought me a Furls as a Christmas present or something. I think it might have been Mark. And I've been hooked on them ever since. So those are, you know, no name brand, Boyd, and Furls. That's it. That's all I've ever used.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I tried the O'Fair hooks the other day, and I do like them. A couple
Okay.
weeks ago. So, yeah. So that's you know, Furls are. I wish they'd get it together, man. Do
Exactly.
you? Someone has a question. Jennifer Philpott wants to know: do you have anything exciting planned coming up?
For my channel or for me?
What the heck? Go, whatever.
So, yeah, of course. I mean, I mentioned in my last video or one of the last ones that I had a lot of things planned. So one of the good things about being in touch with my viewers and my subscribers is they give me suggestions. Those
Yeah.
suggestions, it fuels a fire in me. And so I'm getting a flooding of like emails from people wanting to do a cow. So
Oh, that's an awesome idea.
yeah, so in the middle of January, towards the beginning of February, I'm going to be doing a cow. And
Do you
so,
know what blanket wearable?
so I mentioned,
Or is it a secret? I shouldn't have asked.
no, it's fine, it's fine. So I am actually leaving it into the hands of the people. So I'm going to get the
Okay.
questions and I'm going to put it on my wheel and we're going to spin for it. And whatever it lands on is what the cow's going to be.
Hey, we would expect nothing less from you, Juan.
Right.
Got to
So,
use that spinner, man. That's so cool.
some other exciting things that are happening. I am working with merchant companies. I am working on getting merch finally. I mentioned that once I hit 20,000 subscribers, that I will be getting merch out for all the people, for all the things.
Yay, that's great.
Yeah, so I have some all the things t-shirts coming out. I have I'm a yarn addict. There's going to be graphic tees, hats, stickers, and things like that to start out with.
That is an awesome idea. I think you'll do good with that too.
Yeah, but D, I'm actually working on price because these things can tend to cost a lot of money.
Ooh, you are not kidding. I looked in that like Teespring. You know, I've kind of looked at some of them, and I'm like, nah,
Yeah,
that's a bit much, man.
yeah, and I can't ask my viewers to pay $30 for a t-shirt. I mean, that's just ridiculous. If we can get that cost down to like $10, then I'm good.
Right. See, me and you think alike, man. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a
So
tightwad.
yeah, and then the ones that are decently priced, they're not size inclusive, and I'm not about that. So I need to make sure that all the sizes are available for everyone who wants.
Absolutely.
So I'm still working out the details.
Yeah, I think that's an awesome idea. And if you can work out the details, they'd be stupid not to, really, honestly.
Well,
You
yeah,
know, I mean, with 20K, man, come on. There's a lot of people out there going to buy this stuff, you
yeah.
know?
And
So,
my goal is like to involve my audience as much as possible. Even though this is my channel only exists because of the people who watch me.
yep,
So
exactly. Yep,
they have to be included in the conversation. That's why, like in my Facebook group, the group has my name on it, but the group really belongs to the people who are in it.
yep.
And
Mine too. Same thing. Yeah.
so, that's how I feel like my channel's really going to grow, if I'm being honest. Like,
Lalanda Rose said, tell Juan I said, hiya, doll.
hey,
And people said, I actually got my notice this time. They're very happy about it. So that's
uh,
cool.
that's so cool.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just thought that was cute. So I thought I would.
No, no, by all means, please. I'm actually just keeping the door open. So if anything like an email or a message comes through that resonates with me with an idea for my channel or for my viewers, I'm always open to that. And
And
I'm
see
and
that see that's what makes you so accessible. You know what I'm saying? That some people get, I love getting suggestions,
yeah,
but some people get offended. Like this is my channel and I'm good. If you've
yeah.
got that attitude, then you're not really including everyone. You
And
know
then
what I'm saying?
yeah, but then what are you doing in front of the camera?
Yeah. You're sharing yourself with who? Yourself?
Basically.
I just
Right.
don't get that mentality at all. Yeah,
Exactly.
I totally agree. That is an awesome idea, man. I will definitely take part in that, Cal, for sure.
Yeah, it's
I'd
gonna be
love to. I was going to start your Crown Jewels beanie the other night. Remember when we were talking?
yeah.
And I started getting really sick and I haven't touched it. So it's sitting there. I got the yarn picked out. I'm ready to go, but I just haven't had the energy. I almost canceled today and I thought, no, I got to do this because I'm
Oh,
just so weak.
yeah.
I had to rosy up my cheeks and everything with makeup because oh my gosh, I look like the Wicked Witch of the West today.
You look
Okay.
just
Resin and wood hooks only by O Fire. Don Aaron's saying resin and wood hooks only by O Fire right now. So maybe
well.
they'll kick in. Kivia Brown says Furls have redone the metal streamline crochet hooks. So that would be these ones.
The
These
solid
are,
one.
yeah, the solid ones. Because honestly, I love these hooks, but they're a little rough around the edges. They needed to be sanded more.
Yeah,
With Mark being a metal worker and mechanic and all that kind of stuff, he just took them and fixed them for me. But they should come from them fixed. I mean, they are charging high dollar. So,
yeah.
oh, they are going to just totally disallow me on.
But you talk the truth. It's not like
I mean, they know something's going on with it themselves. They took them off the market. Yeah, so. Yeah, see, my resin furl snapped within 6 months. Yep. It's
that's
like
crazy.
I said, the only one I have left is, where the heck is it? Hold on.
You're going on a field trip.
Going on a field trip. Put your safety belts on, everybody.
Yeah, man.
I don't even know where I did put it. I have so much stuff around me right now. I gotta quit shopping, man.
Do you want to see where I put my hooks?
Yeah.
Let me- This whole bin is all of my hooks.
Holy. Wow.
This whole bin. It's
Yeah,
all of my
I
hooks.
can relate though. I've got rack over here. I got a spinny thing over there. I got cups over here. I'm just not sure which one my pride hook's in. So,
All the things, guys. All the things. And honestly, the ones that I've been getting in from my viewers, I keep in a special place because, like I said, I treasure what people give me. So um, those ones are somewhere else. But that's my working bin. That's what I pull from to do my projects and things. And then these are the two hooks that I use the most. I
yeah.
think we all do. We all have like that one hook.
Yep, I have one. I have the Odyssey with a turquoise handle. That's the one I use the most.
Yeah.
And it's a size 5. That's my favorite size. And then I have one of the Beetlejuice O'Fair hooks that I like a lot. And one of the steel hooks that I like a lot. There's someone on here asking where did it go? This is from Lisa Reen. Juan, what is the smallest hook you own? Like, do you own any of the thread hooks or?
Do. I
Yeah,
do.
see, I do too.
Field trip. Let me see.
Field trip.
I think the smallest one I own is a 0.
Yeah, that's me too. The little teeny ones.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I have the same. Yeah.
it's the boy hooks, and I can't even see it. It's so small. I mean, at my age, I got to do one too.
Your age, please. I got shoes in my closet older than you, man.
Thanks for the compliment.
That is a compliment, actually. Oh, man. Let's see. Furrow Stream metal streams available and new coming first of the year. Mishi's saying
Okay.
that they're available and new ones are coming the first of the year. Yay! I'm very happy about that.
I'm gonna finally get a metal one and a J. I mean, yes, a J. Can't wait.
And Brenda Sukamari. I hope I probably butchered that, but anyway, she said, "So would I become a better crochet because of them? A better crocheter because of them? Personally, I think yes. What do you think?"
So I think becoming a better crocheter is more than just the hook. I think,
Oh yeah, well of course, yeah.
but will these hooks help you become a better crocheter? Yes. I like now that I've actually worked with it, and yeah, I agree. Yeah, you will. Just practice makes perfect, regardless of which hook you
Oh
use.
yeah, right. But see, with me, I have arthritis, so with me, I don't get the hand cramping and that I used to get with my Boyd hooks that I loved so much. But
Yeah.
as I got older, that grip, I don't have the grip that I had before, and it's much more comfortable in my hand. My hand doesn't get as tired. I don't get the hand cramping. It's
Yeah.
us old folks, right? So Brenda, depends on your age. If you're my age, then absolutely. And if you're Juan's age, he agrees that and other things will make you a better crocheter.
We're the same age. Okay.
Well, not really, but okay. We'll run with that. Whatever you say, man. Oh, yeah, Patrick, Thris's Patrick is really sick, so she's been in and out, just so everybody knows. So say a little prayer for Patrick.
Yeah.
You never heard of Prim Naked Snail? I
Oh,
have, but I just have never ordered any. I guess I should give them a try.
yeah. So on Black Friday, I bought a set, this set, for $17.
Really?
And if you go into Michael's, one of these will cost you like $10. So
Wow, and you got that on Black Friday, huh?
yeah, I would just wait for a sale. Like unless you specifically want to try it right away, fine, go get yourself a hook, but make sure you use a coupon. But when you want a whole set, wait for like Black Friday or like when they have a 40% off a regular price item. Then you get yourself one of these. You're saving the most money because this can be very expensive if it's not on sale.
Oh,
Don't be
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
so. Look at me selling. I'm selling things on
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, you'll be an affiliate with them in no time. Let's see.
Yeah.
Love the Prim hooks. They're the only ones that fit my big hands. That was from Trish.
Yeah.
And see, I got little hands, but I like a hook that is longer than my hand is wide. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I do like it better.
Yeah.
And here's someone who said they didn't. Deniska. Oh, I'm so bad at names, guys. You know I'm bad at names. For those of you that don't know, I'm bad at names. She said she bought a Prim hook and didn't like it and gave it away. So I guess, it's just whatever your preference is. Susan Spates, soft grip. What's that? I'm sorry.
Different strokes for different folks.
Absolutely. And there's a lot of people that love their clovers, of course.
Yeah. I use clover too. I like them.
The square, I've never tried one. That's another one I've never tried. So,
You know what's funny, D? For the clover ones, I only like using 2-weight and 3-weight yarns with those.
oh, okay.
Yeah, because I'm getting excited about this topic because the project I'm working on now is a 3-weight yarn. And the hooks are so small. My hands are like 9 inches.
Oh, wow.
And
Okay.
the hooks are only like 5.5 inches. So
Oh, so they hit you like, oh,
yeah, it's still inside of my palm when I'm crocheting with it. It's like crocheting with a toothpick, you know,
oh, wow.
because of how big my hands are. And then the Prim hooks,
Oh, yeah.
my hands are bigger than the Prim hooks. So for those of you guys who are actually working with Prim, hold the hook up to you, and that's how big my hand is. It's big. So when it comes to these different hooks, it's like I can't use it sometimes for certain yarns because of the size of the actual hook.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Especially if you were with it being so short, let's say the clover hook being so short, if you were doing a big project and you were like really working on it for a long time, that would really hurt after a while. That would. I mean, even if you don't have arthritis, that would hurt.
That's
I wouldn't be able to do it. Yeah, I wouldn't. There's a lot of folks from Australia here. Hello, hello.
Yay, hello.
And Liserine, tulip or old metal are the best for her. Yeah, so, that's what I'm saying. Everybody has their thing, Jaxie says she's ready. She's ready for her interview.
I
I
can't
love
wait
Jaxie. She makes me smile. So do
to.
you. I tell you that all the time. You make me smile. I'll watch your video. You make me smile. I like people that are fun and positive and, there isn't a bunch of, woe is me kind of stuff. I don't know. I just, that kind of vibe is just, I'll turn somebody off in a heartbeat. I can't deal. I like positive and, just the good vibes, and somebody makes you feel good, somebody makes you smile. Those kind of people you want to watch,
For sure. Absolutely.
especially if you're having a rough day. Those are the people you want to watch, and you're one of those people, man. That's
Thank
what
you.
I'm saying. You make everybody feel good, and that's saying a lot.
And I
That's saying
tell
a lot.
people, I tell people, Dee, that if I can do it, you can do it. Because I've heard, I mean, my during my day job, I'm a manager. I think I've said that, and I have a lot of employees that report to me, and I've heard every excuse in the book for every possible thing. And I feel like this: if I can work 3 jobs and then come home and sit in front of a camera and give you nothing but positive energy and vibes, anybody can do it.
Yeah, it's like I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Like
Yeah.
there's a time and a place for everything, and if you're not feeling it, we all have those moments, right? Some days we're just not vibing,
Yeah.
it's not our thing. We know when to turn it off and turn it on, but if you're going to sit in front of a camera and talk to people, you need to leave it at the door.
Yeah, exactly. I totally agree with that. 100%. I have said that since day one with my channel.
Yep.
And it's funny though, because get on a more serious note, there's a lot of people out there suffering. There's a lot of people that have lost loved ones and lost fur babies. And, there's a lot of that going on, a lot of health problems and all that. And I get it, especially in the crochet world, because there's a lot of older people or hermits like myself, right? That are at home more than they're out in the public. And, I'm retired, so I don't go anywhere and I take care of my mom. Uh-oh, we lost him for a minute. Oh, don't know what happened. Where you at, Juan? Okay, while he's fixing that, we're just going to continue to talk. I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, about how, when someone comes to my channel, I hope that they stay positive. Let's not talk about our health issues, because I have them too. I can hear you, Juan, but I don't see you. I can hear you, Juan, but I don't see you. Go out and come back in, maybe?
Are you there?
There you are. There you are. Okay.
right.
I could
I
hear you. I could hear you, but I couldn't see you. Anyways,
Yeah.
what I started to say is that, when people come to my channel, I tell them, leave that stuff at the door. Let's not talk about our health issues, because we all got them. Let's not talk about death and fur babies and all the things that we all deal with. Let's forget about that for a minute and just have fun and just smile and all that. And then you can go back to that, and it's not that I'm unsympathetic. It's the exact opposite. I'm so empathetic that if I see somebody going through a hard time in the chat, it brings me down. And I don't want that to happen, So I try to keep everything lighthearted and positive and you do that automatically,
Thank
you know. So that's a definite compliment, man. You do that automatically. And I'm going to tell you something right now. I'm not the kind of person to blow smoke up somebody's butt. I'm not. Okay, I don't say things unless I mean them. Everybody that knows me knows that. I don't say things just to get a friend. I don't say things to stroke your ego. I'm not like that. So when you hear something from me, you can bet the farm on it. That's exactly how I feel, and that's exactly what I observe.
Thank you.
You know, honestly, I mean, they'll tell you I'm pretty straightforward and blunt. That's just how I was raised, and that's just how I am.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm like that with everyone. I try to be. I think it's better to be honest than not, you know?
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I tell you what, Dee, I go through the motions too. Like I think to myself, am I reaching my target audience? Am I resonating with people? You know, and how am I
Hmm.
going to be able to grow my channel the way I want it to grow? Because listen, while I'm grateful for 20,000, I want to reach 20,000 more.
Well, of
And
course. Yeah. You want to get that silver button or whatever they got for the, you know?
and the thing about it is the reason why people think I want to get there is, I guess it may be different from person to person, but for me, it's I'm realizing what kind of impact I'm having on the community, and if I can reach more people to do the same thing, how much better would our community be?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I totally agree with that. Yeah,
So
me and you are at the same mindset. I
yeah,
totally agree with that. I try to be, you know, excuse me, I try to be as positive as possible. I try to make people forget about all the, you know, bad things that are happening and just have some fun, you know, even if it's only for an hour. You
yeah,
know, have some fun. Let's smile, let's have fun, let's not think about all the things. All the
exactly.
things.
All the
All the things. Let's not think about all those things. Let's think about these things, you know?
that's what it's about. You know,
Yeah.
I made that my tagline by accident actually, but it actually plays into it really well. You know, instead of pinpointing exact things when you're talking about something, just stroke it with a wide brush. All the things. You know,
Yeah.
when you're spreading positivity, just all the things, you know,
Yeah.
let people think what they want.
Yeah, exactly. Thor says, "What is the purple yarn on your chair?"
Okay, so this was a shawl that was given to me by one of my subscribers. Her name is Janine, and she
It's
gave
very pretty.
it is. It's gorgeous. This is one of Bod's creations here, and she knew that purple was my favorite color, and she wanted me to have it. And you know, she said, although you don't typically wear shawls, I
You
want
can
you to
put it
have.
on the back of your chair or whatever. Yeah.
And so that's a thing that I'm doing now. So when people send me makes, this is for them. So
That's cool. That's really cool.
yeah.
Okay, what did Mama Juan, Wilma, make you for Christmas?
So okay, she didn't make me anything. What she did do was she ordered me yarn. And
We've got all this enabler stuff going on in that house. Every time you talk, you're talking about buying her yarn, and now she's buying you yarn.
yeah, but she bought me that granny square all in one. And
Oh,
she didn't realize that I reviewed it and I talked about all the things.
uh
Yes,
oh.
she missed that video. Anyway, she did her homework. She was like, Juan, you're going to need 6 skeins of this to make, you know, this size blanket because 14 squares times 6 equals the same amount that you need. So she bought me 6 skeins of Granny Square all in one. I think
And that stuff's expensive too.
it is. And
Yeah. Oh no.
I'm like, I can't take it back. I'm going to have to work with this because I don't like wasting yarn, you know. But anyway, she got me the Aran one with like the taupe and the tan.
Uh huh.
So she got me 6 of those because I do like those colors, you know.
Right.
But I didn't have the heart to tell her that. Listen, it's nice, but it's not my vibe, you know.
Right. Plus, you're gonna have to frog every time you do it. You know. Oh shoot, man.
And it's what is it? It's the 27th, and I got it on the 25th. And she's asked me twice already. Did you start the granny squares yet?
Oh no.
It's gonna. Yeah,
You better get on the ball. Don't you disappoint Mama now.
I'm gonna have to throw the hook. I'm gonna have to throw the hook at it and make it work.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
You're gonna have to. Oh no.
yeah. So I'm gonna do it some justice. I'm gonna make the blanket. I'm gonna do it proud and say, "Hey, Ma, look, I made the blanket." and go from there. But after the blanket's done, I'm going to tell her, listen, I need you to watch this review. I did the first one, and then I did a 2.0 where I said, well, listen, proceed with caution. But if I would buy it again, probably not, you know. But I'm grateful for what I got. You know, Mom had her heart in the right place, and so, you know. But I did gift her some yarn too. I got her some snob yarn, and
Oh.
she's been crocheting for a really long time, obviously longer than me, but she's never tried any of these fine yarns on hex. And so I ordered her some skeins of Yarn Snob, and she is in love. She was
Oh, really? Oh, that's, oh, we created a monster. Uh-oh.
she's like, why does it feel like that? And I'm like, wait till you find out some of the other things that I have. I said, you know, go for it. And so she's already she has her own blanket made already, like long underway. It's like
Oh.
burgundy, Aran, and then some other like reddish color. But yeah, she's making her whole blanket out of superwash merino.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's going to be the fancy blanket.
Sure is.
I have never made a blanket out of superwash merino.
I don't know what.
Yowza. Oh, hey, whatever makes her happy, man.
Exactly. Cool.
Let's see. The two questions. What is, oh, the purple one on the chair, and what did Mama Juan make them for Christmas? Okay, got that one.
Yep.
And hello, everybody coming in. And Thriss is dropping your channel all over the place.
Thank you. And I'm sorry in advance to those who are just coming in. I did put the wrong time out on my social medias. I'm so sorry.
And let's see.
Guys.
Juan does make the smiles. See, I told ya. Juan is definitely a great vibe. He is always entertaining and funny.
Thank you. I do try. I do try.
Okay, let's see.
Does anybody have any questions about, I guess, my patterns or anything like that? Because I will tell you that a lot of the patterns that I come out with are not pre-planned. I use the wheel, or I just watch a tutorial and I say to myself, you know what, can I take that stitch and can I change it into something that I like? And then I love it, and then I do it. The Cambridge Knights of Beanie is a classic example of that, where I took the double crochet and made it a triple. And there you have it.
That's cool, though. You know, that's what makes you, you know? It's like I'm always coming up with stuff, too. You know, my problem is I don't do tutorials. We've had that discussion. Everyone knows. Yeah. I'm not even going to say that I'm going to do tutorials because I don't know if I'll ever do them, but I will try. But maybe not.
Can I say something about that, Dee?
Yeah.
I worry about that because I think I mentioned in a couple of my videos, there's a lot of people who do tutorials. And I always worry that, like, are my tutorials up to standard? You know what I mean? Like, there's just so many great people out there doing tutorials, and, you know, has it been covered? Should I do it anyway? Like, classic example, just today I got an email from a subscriber who happened to be one of my friends that I went to elementary school with, who said, can you do a tutorial for a solid granny square? And I said, but there's like 30 different tutorials on YouTube already for that, you know? And they said to me, well, I want you to do it.
Yeah, see, that is absolutely the truth, because myself, as a viewer of tutorials, okay, you know, say, for instance, I want to make we'll just use Granny Square as an example. There may be someone that I watch that either goes too fast, or I can't see their hands, or they're not, you know, they're not explaining it correctly. Yeah. I've been making granny squares forever, but I'm just using it as an example. Okay, and I don't understand where they're coming from.
Yeah.
And someone else can be doing the same exact thing, same exact pattern, and I totally get it. And my Lost Soul shawl, you probably can't even see it anymore because it's all behind. Can you see?
That pink one there, yeah.
Okay. With the skulls, it has the skulls in it.
Yeah.
I wanted to make that thing forever. I started it 5 or 6 times with 5 or 6 different people. Wow. Okay, tutorials. And I would get so frustrated that I got rid of, I literally threw it in the trash. I got so frustrated the last time. And then Fiber Spider, who I adore, had this tutorial, and I could completely get where he was coming from. I understood, you
Wow.
know, because yeah, so I get what they're saying. There's some people that you click with and you get what they're saying and you can see well, and they explain it in a way that you can understand.
For sure.
And so even if it is something that someone else did it, do it anyway.
Yeah.
Do it anyway, because there's going to be people that gravitate towards you because they understand you, or they can see you better, or whatever the case is.
Yeah.
It was the problem I ran into with that shawl.
Yeah.
And, like I said, 5 other people have done it, but I understood Fiber Spider.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm not going to stop because I love doing it.
Well, and
Um,
you're good at it, so why should you?
you know, I
You
don't
know?
really, I don't think I'm, well, I think I'm okay at it. I want to be better. There is, I consider a gold standard to tutorials. There are content creators out there that roll those tutorials out at least 3 to 5 times a week.
Yeah, we all know who we're talking about. Miss Crystal over there, Bag O'Day. And she's
Yeah.
easy to understand, and you can see her hands, and,
All the things.
yeah,
She's all,
all the things. Yep, I totally agree with that statement.
and while I'm not comparing myself to her, I do want to make sure that I do her proud because, she called me out, and I just want to make sure that she did it on the right person. You know what I mean? And I don't want to be a complete flop. Maybe I'm hard on myself,
Oh,
but
you are hard on yourself. My gosh, you are. Like I said, you are hard on yourself.
yeah, I am.
Let's see. There's people coming in now. Oh, I thought it was going to be on at 7.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
guys. I'm so
Oh, that's okay. We've just been hanging out and talking, really. So we'll be here for a minute. We didn't realize the time zone. Our time zones are actually the same,
I know.
and I should have explained that. And he thought we were an hour apart. So that's where the mix-up happened. But we're here and we're doing okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
man.
let's see.
See, I could literally talk to you all day. You already know this. We talked on the phone.
I I know I could talk to you all day too. So yeah, there we go. Thriss is dropping Juan's link for those of you that are asking. Just look for Thriss. She has been dropping Juan's link, and go over there and subscribe.
Thank you,
Show
Thriss.
him some yarny love.
Yeah, man. Love that.
Any of them Are any of your patterns written, Juan, or do you just do the tutorial version? Or I heard you talking about Ravelry.
So they're
So
written.
go ahead, show them.
So I do have all my patterns handwritten. I write them all out. Sorry, I can't talk. I write them all out longhand um, because I want to make sure that everyone who reads it can understand it. I think they call it plain English. I don't but yeah, I do have them written down. But the thing is I haven't given them out because I don't know what to do with them. Do I charge for them? Do I give them away for free? Because at the end of the day, my ultimate goal, honestly, is to not work 3 jobs. I want to take what I've
Oh
done.
yeah.
Yeah, I want to take what I've done for the last 30 years and roll it into a situation where I can still keep my day job that I've been at for 18 years, but then also have this thing that I love so much and that I can sort of support myself with it.
Well, I think you answered your own question.
Well, the
Do you
thing,
know what I'm saying? Because people, if they want it for free, they can watch a tutorial.
yeah,
If they want a paper pattern in their hand, that's a lot of work
it is.
for you to produce that.
Yeah,
And like you just said, you don't want to work 3 jobs. There's nothing wrong with charging for it. But you're like me. I know you're not going to charge $20 for a pattern. You know what I
right.
mean? A couple of bucks. And if that couple of bucks turns into something wonderful and you can quit that other job, then great. You know? I don't see anything wrong with you charging for a written pattern. That's work.
What's holding me back is my mom raised me to be considerate of everybody else apart from myself and my viewership. I know that a lot of my viewers are on a strict income.
Yep, exactly.
They don't
Yep.
have, and so I feel bad about putting out a pattern to a group of people that may not be able to afford the pattern, and so because they can't afford it, they can't make it, and I don't think that's fair, I guess.
But
So
see, like I said, you're giving the tutorials for free, right? You're not charging for those tutorials.
yeah,
It's not like you're doing it only for members. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Then that would be the same as charging for it, right? You're giving it to everyone for free.
yeah, you're right,
So,
right,
you know what I mean? And the patterns, you know, when you're doing the tutorial, you've said it yourself, you're having fun. You're figuring it out as you go, and you're having fun with that.
yeah,
So, and that's free. And people can absorb that and make their own and whatever. But when you sit down and you're writing out these patterns, if you read one of my patterns, you wouldn't even know what the heck I was talking about. I'm serious. Like when I write down something, I'm like, yeah, do that, boom, yeah, double crochet, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Okay, down to 10 rows. Okay, now you do this. And no one ever could decipher a pattern I wrote. Okay, that's just plain simple. I know this. So if you have taken the time to sit down and make it in layman's terms where everyone can read and understand it, there's nothing wrong with charging for that.
okay,
Nothing. And I'm as frugal as you are,
well,
you
yeah.
know?
So
So
let me ask you this. So if you were to write out your patterns in plain English like I have, what do you think would be a fair price? Because I've had so many different answers that I'm at a point now where like I have the pile, I want to upload it, but I just can't put a price on it because I don't know what is fair. Like, is 99 cents fair? Is 4.99 fair? Like,
I think it would depend on the pattern, to be totally honest with you.
yeah,
It's just like anything else. If it's, you know, a beanie, let's say, or a fairly simple granny square blanket or something
yeah,
like that, you know, nobody's going to pay absorbent amounts for it anyway.
right,
And it's something that, you know, wouldn't be that hard for you to write down because it's basically a bunch of repeat, right?
pretty much.
So, you know what I mean? So that I would charge the 99 cents for. Now, if you get into something more, I mean, this is just me. This is,
Yeah,
you know, I don't know. I will never write a pattern. So, but I'm saying if it's more technical, like
yeah.
for instance, do you know about the Sophie's Universe
I have heard about.
blanket? Okay, it's very technical. Every row is different, blah, blah, blah. If you're writing something like that, then the higher price.
For
Do you
sure.
see what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
something like a beanie or a granny square or something like that, you know, I don't see that people would pay, you know, a whole lots and lots. But for the Sophie's Universe, they go out and spend $20 on the book to do it,
Wow.
right? Because it's a full on book. Okay.
It's a book.
Yeah, it's a book. It's not a pattern. It is a book. I have the book. That's how I know, you know? So, yeah, that I can see charging more for.
Yeah.
So that's how I would judge it
Yeah.
personally, you know. But you
I,
do you, you know. You do you, man. Whatever you decide, you know.
I wish I could just give it all away for free because like I told you, I know who watches me. I know my audience. And
Why do you think I have so many giveaways?
yeah.
You know, same reason. I know that a lot of people can't afford to buy yarn, and I was that person years
Yeah.
ago that you know I was envious of other people that could. You know, I was that person, and I know what it feels like not to be able to afford a skein of yarn.
Yeah.
You know, there's been times throughout my lifetime where I've been at that point, you know,
Yeah.
going through a divorce and, you know, different things that have happened in my lifetime that, you know, there was no way I was raising 4 kids on my own and all that. So I keep that in mind when I buy things.
Right.
You know, like anybody will tell you, like if I do, you know, like I did this big Hirschner's haul, right? This big, gigantic, huge box. I might keep a third of it. The rest of it I bought for them.
Wow.
That's just how I do things. If I find a really good sale,
Yeah.
I'll buy a lot of it, but I keep a couple things and the rest goes to give to everyone else. That's how I was raised. You know,
Yeah.
when I didn't have money, you know, there was people that helped me, you know, there's people that helped me buy my kids Christmas one year. There was, you know, someone that helped me pay a light bill that I couldn't pay one time. You know, people helped me.
Right.
And so now that I'm in a place in my life where I have more than I had back then and able to do these things, that's why I share. That's why I did the homeless thing. That's why, you know, whatever I can do because I've been there
Yeah.
and whatever I can do to share what, you know, the good deals I come upon or whatever, I'm all about it, you know? Yeah, so I'm that way, that, and that way, and you're that way and the other way, with
Yeah.
wanting to, give out your hard work, your patterns and whatnot. I get it, you
Yeah.
know?
I tell you, you remember, I think it was the 15K giveaway where I gave away the blanket to
Mm-hmm.
one of the winners.
Yep.
So I can't even begin to tell you how many emails I got with, why did you do that? Like, you shouldn't have given away something like that big so soon, and all that hard work. And the thing that I wanted to stress to people, and I responded the same in each one, um, it's not about uh, the actual item, it's the thought behind the item. And, the people who are on the other side, you don't know their life story, you don't know their situation, you know.
Yep.
And people, when they email me things about, how can you afford all that yarn? Like, is your yarn insured? Well, frankly, it's none of your business, first of all. But
Yeah,
I,
100%. I totally agree with that. First of all, it's none of your business. Second of all,
yeah,
I'm a deal hunter. I'm a bargain shopper. I buy truckloads on Marketplace. That's
yeah,
where I get my stuff.
yeah,
And, I'm a smart shopper. I am. I always have been.
yeah,
So, I've had to be. Had to be. I had 4 kids alone.
yeah,
I had to be. So, things like that, you've got a kind heart, and there's nothing bad about having a kind heart. And some people don't understand,
yeah,
you know, like some people don't understand, Dee, why do you do so many giveaways?
yeah.
I hear that a lot.
Do
You
you?
don't even know. And the fact of the matter is, it's not just because I do giveaways because I want subscribers. Because for me, I don't really care if I have any. I just want friends.
Yep.
Do you
Same
know
here.
what I'm saying? Yeah, I just want friends, somebody to talk about yarn with, somebody to talk about crochet.
Yeah,
So the giveaways was a way for me to clear out because that gives me, I can go out shopping and then I can give it away and
yeah.
keep just, you know what I'm saying? So to me, it's like a win-win. It's a win-win. If I can get a skeiny yarn for $1, I'm buying 20 of them. You know what
Exactly.
I'm saying? I'm buying 20. I'll keep a couple. You guys spread the wealth,
It's kind of steal for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. That's what I do with everything. I really, you know, um, I have, like for instance, I bought all those O'Fair hooks. I bought the whole set of O'Fair hooks. I kept 3. Gave the rest away. I kept the ones I wanted. I wanted the Beetlejuice ones and I wanted these certain sizes. The rest I gave away.
Wow.
That's just how I do things.
Yeah.
And that's the way I was raised. My mom, we always share. Everybody in my family shared with one another,
Yep.
because we didn't have a lot. When my dad and mom were married, we were very wealthy. Then we went from that to welfare. Then we went from welfare to, honestly, my whole life has been a roller coaster when it comes to finances.
Wow.
And, I finally, got to a point in my life where I did well and therefore my social security is good and, things like that. I can share. My house is paid for. My car is paid for. I don't have any of those kind of bills because I'm old, right? I can say that I'm allowed. I turned 60 this year, and I've been making jokes about it ever since. But yeah, so my house is paid for, my car's paid for. I got the regular everyday electric bill, whatever.
Yeah.
So why not? Why not share? Because I would have loved if someone would have shared yarn and things like that with me back then.
Yeah.
You know.
I want to be you when I grow up, D.
Well, hey, shoot, I've paid off 3 houses
Oh,
actually.
oh,
Yeah, I have paid off 3 houses and lots of cars. Yeah, so,
wow.
but like I said, I'm 60. There's a big difference there. And people are talking about fiber spider. I'm way behind in the chat. Oh, here's a question. Vicky would like to know, where's your favorite place to sit and crochet?
My bedroom.
Your bedroom, mine's kitchen table.
Yeah, I like being in there because it's my quiet place. Like, my day job is very stressful and I deal with high stress situations all day long. And so when I come home, I go to the one place. I have a chair in my bedroom that I use to crochet, and that's just the place where I decompress. I take my
That's
project,
woosah, as
uh,
Thriss would say. Woosah.
and I just go to town, and like I leave all of my tech stuff out of my room. So when I go into my room, my phone's not in there, my iPad, nothing is in there. And so I can just completely relax, and that's my space.
Well,
So,
see, I sit up at my kitchen table and I watch true crime and crochet.
ooh,
I love true crime. I love it. I Some people really are turned off by it. I love it. The
yep,
yuck. I don't like, blood, guts, and gore. That isn't what I like. I like the psychological stuff.
the
I
first
like,
it is a good one too. The first,
yes, yeah, first 48. Yeah, that's a good one. But a lot of times that one's kind of gory too. But
uh,
yeah, it's a little gory. But like I said, I don't like gory, but I like, there's certain people I follow that look into the mindset of the psychology of it all. And
okay.
that's the stuff like, what in your life made you think that that was okay? What happened to you as a child that made you think that what you just did was okay? That's the what we're the part of it that I like. I'm getting tongue tied. The part of it that I look into, not the blood, guts, and gore. I don't care about none of that. But I want to know what made a person a serial killer, or what made you think that that was okay. That's what I'm like. Oh wow, I'm crocheting. Ooh wow. Oh my God.
Wow.
Mark thinks I'm nuts. He'll walk by and he'll go, What are you watching tonight? I won't tell you what he says, but he'll say, walk up to me, and go, and what's going on with this guy? you know, he thinks I'm weird, but then he likes to watch all of his space movies and all that, and I think he's weird sometimes. So,
We all
you
have
know,
our thing.
we all have our thing, man.
That's how it is.
Oh, let's see what else. Oh, there's another question here. Hold on. Crochet Granny wants to know where to get the wheel. Where did you get your wheel?
So I got mine from Amazon.
Amazon. Everybody gets everything from Amazon.
Yes, I got my wheel from Amazon. And I don't know the exact name of the wheel, but here's the back of it. Here's the front of it.
Yeah, we all get stuff from Amazon. All of us.
Yeah.
Good old Amazon. You know what? I'm mad at Amazon right now, though. Well, I'm just going to put down furls and Amazon. No, Amazon, I have a great grandson, and he's one. And I ordered him a recliner. A little kid recliner, like a mini, recliner's got a cup holder and everything because he thinks he's cool. And so I ordered him this recliner, and it's not going to be here now until January 11th. I was so bummed. Went to my family Christmas party with an IOU.
Did they tell you why it was delayed? Did they at least give you a reason?
It was delayed. So, yeah. So that really sucked because my great grandson was there and his grandma didn't have nothing for him but coloring books and stuff. I was bummed, man.
I'd be like, I want to talk to the manager.
Yeah. Believe me, if I wasn't so sick, I'd be raising hell. I just don't feel like dealing right now.
I hear you.
Excuse me. Yeah, I've been real sick all week, guys, so I apologize for the cough and that. I just didn't want to cancel. I wanted to for us all to chit chat.
I'm glad you didn't cancel, Dave, because I really, really was looking forward to this.
I know, me too, and that's why, I thought, well, if my voice goes, Juan can just take over. Oh, we got a Dory raid going on. Dory did it must have been on. Okay, Rich. Oh, there's people in here offering to write your tutorials out for you.
Nice.
That's really cool. I think that's what Crystal does. I believe, well, I'm not going to say who. I don't know if she wants everybody to know, but she has someone that writes hers out because she doesn't know how to read or write patterns.
Oh, okay.
So there's an option. Cut down on some workload for you.
And that'll let me have more time to create. So that's cool.
And Victor says, love that Juan shows it's okay to be a guy doing yarn craft. There's nothing wrong with that.
And
Absolutely nothing. And I'm so happy that you're here. I mean, who knows? It's people like you that may have inspired my grandson to want to learn.
Yeah. I hope that I find if I have an impact on one person in that way, then I feel like I've done what I wanted to do. Because like this isn't my only hobby. Like I work on trucks actually. I build the insides of trucks, and so when I'm working with my friends on trucks, I tell them
What do you
about
mean you build the inside of trucks? Explain
like
that.
we work on engines together. We rebuild transmissions, and we lift the engines out. We take them apart. We put them back together again. We put them back in the truck. We do fuel lines and brake systems, and
So mechanics.
yeah.
So
So
you're basically doing what Mark does.
yeah. So I go to the shop and I tell all the guys like, what about that treble crochet? And I tell them about all the projects and all the things, and they're like, wait a minute, you do that? And I'm like, yep, I do that, and I'm very good at it actually. You should see me on YouTube. And I think at the time I hit just 5,000, and I'm sure they're watching. So
Well, that's awesome, though. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being versatile. I used to be a truck driver.
oh
You
wow,
know, yeah. I mean, well, not for many, many years or anything. I was only a truck driver for like 3.5 years.
yeah,
I team drove with a guy I was with at the time, and it was a blast. I mean, I wouldn't want to ever do it again. I'll tell you that. Living in a truck for 3 years, oh no. And I had two dogs with me all the time, and it was just, oh boy. But I got to see cool places. I met cool people.
yeah.
I loved the experience of it. Before that, I was an accountant.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm a CNA. I had a CPA, and I was an accountant for 7 companies, and I did all the everything, right down to payroll. I did everything for them, and my second job, I always had a second and third job too. I always worked in group homes,
Mm.
either taking care of, I don't know what the proper word is nowadays, but back then we called mentally disabled, but now I think it's something else. So if I offended anyone, I apologize. That's just because I've been out of the field for a while.
Yeah.
But, or I also ran a home for not a home, but an agency that took care of the elderly, where I
Okay.
sent nurses out to people's homes and things like that. So I ran an agent. I was the manager of an agency that took care of the elderly. So I've always taken care of people and then done my own thing too. I was doing my own thing over here and taking care of people over here. So yeah. So but I used to work on motorcycles.
Did
I can diagnose your motorcycle. I can give you an oil change, put in a new spark plug. I mean, whatever,
yeah.
on motorcycles. So I kind of got into mechanics too, but on motorcycles, not necessarily cars.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I've done some kind of, guy things and some kind of girl things and, a little bit of both. I've always been a tomboy. So I was out there wrenching on motorcycles and driving trucks and sitting back and crocheting and painting my fingernails. I mean, who cares?
Yeah.
Whatever makes you happy, who cares what it is?
Yeah.
You
And
know?
that's kind of that's kind
Hey,
of,
Mark's in.
hey
He said,
Mark.
hey, Juan. I was telling him you were in there making those hats like a crazy man the other night. Yeah, Mark crochets as well.
That's awesome.
And but he loves his Addy machine. He would just crank out hats all day long, and he's got it all hooked up because the mechanic in him. He's got the drill on it like Crystal does. We're just he's got a hat in 10 minutes.
That's
Yeah, but he has sat down like last Christmas. He crocheted me a scarf. He has sat down and crocheted. So Mark loves yarn. Mark's as bad as I am. He's an enabler by far.
that's so awesome. I
Yeah,
think like
Gotta
yeah.
enable her. Yeah.
enable her. He
Yeah.
says.
Enable her. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. But what we were talking about is that Juan also goes and hangs out with his buddies and works on trucks and does motors and all that kind of thing. And so does Mark. And Mark loves yarn too.
Yeah.
So what? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I never thought about it when you said that about being 15 and crocheting and having to keep that behind closed. That
Yeah.
never crossed my mind.
Well, and then also too, like even though my family was very open about it, we were open about it behind closed doors.
I got it. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I was out in public, my family was like, no.
Well,
But the minute I was
over
in my house, it was
England,
fine.
a tailor, it was a very respected profession, make it sense.
Right, to be a tailor, and a seamstress or a tailor. They're
right,
basically,
yes.
yeah, I see what you're saying, yeah.
Yeah.
But
But
I guess it's all in the wording.
yeah, I find it to be really cool and awesome when I come across subscribers of mine that crochet and they happen to be male. I just something in me is like I cheerlead for them. I'm like, thank God you found my channel. I'm so happy that you're crocheting because there needs to be more people to like them out there so we can make it normal because there's nothing abnormal about what we do. Like,
Right, I mean, so what? So what if I work on motorcycles and come in here and use yarn? So what if you work on trucks 1 minute and you come in and work with yarn? So what? Who
exactly.
cares?
And so, but the more
Like the
people that
football
do it,
players and stuff with the closed head injuries. Do you know they do that to help with the?
Oh, Mark, he can't hear you because I have a earphone in because for feedback reasons.
yeah.
What he is saying, he said that he was watching something the other day or something where these football players that have closed head injuries from playing football are using crochet and knitting as a therapy,
Wow.
for that, which I use it as a therapy for my anxiety. Absolutely. If I want to cut myself off from everybody, I just go and start crocheting. I go in my own little world,
Closed head
Yep.
injuries. There we go.
Closed head injury. I'll give you closed head injury.
That's so cool.
He's still wearing Santa
Did you hear Mom's
suits here.
feet
Do you
going
see his
boom,
Santa?
boom, boom?
His Santa shirt.
Oh,
See?
yeah.
Oh,
His
geez.
cool,
Santa's on
his cool
vacation
Santa
now,
with his
yeah.
sunglasses.
We hanging on to that until the new year or what?
Are you hanging on to that till the new year or what?
Well, I mean, come on.
He,
Brand new. I had to wear it. Yeah.
it's brand new. I had to wear it, he says. He got a Timu order in, man. He had to wear it.
Yeah,
He's addicted to Timu, this man.
Did you hear Mom's
that's
feet?
so cool.
Boom, 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 boom in there.
Uh.
Somehow she got the wheel of her walker underneath her chair.
Oh, jeez. Mom got the wheel of her walker stuck in her recliner.
So
Oh.
she was pounding her feet.
She was pounding her feet to
I
get
go
your
running in there,
attention.
"What the fuck is
Oh,
going on?"
jeez. I'm sorry, guys. Mama things,
Yep, I can relate. I just want to thank everybody
Alright,
who's
you need
here
soda?
watching. I really appreciate the time that they're taking
Do you
to
need
watch
some
us.
soda?
That's so cool.
Yeah, me too. I'm sorry. Mark can't hear you, so he doesn't know when you're talking.
Sorry.
That's okay. Anyways, yes, I really appreciate everybody. I'm having a blast. Like I said, I could talk to you all night. We could be on here forever. Anyone can watch old videos for free and make the projects. Yeah. Oh, they're talking about the charging for the pattern situation.
Oh, okay.
You could do a free blog pattern with option for written patterns for purchase. Mishi says. And there was someone else I seen in there said that charge for your patterns, but then put them in your giveaways.
That's a really great idea.
That's a fantastic idea. That way, all that hard work, you're getting paid for that hard work, but you can also give it away for free and feel good about it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Juan, I've paid for a pattern on Etsy for up to $7 Canadian. If I really like the pattern, I will buy it. That's the way people are. Yeah. Yeah.
I get that, but also too, like, I think I'm trying to be conscious of people and like, what is it like across the board? So like, I'm sure people, if they want it, they're going to buy it, but something inside me is like, one, you
The
have
people
to,
that you want to get it is not going to be able to afford to buy. But here's another thing. Don't give it away for free because you shouldn't have to work 3 jobs. Just
Yeah.
saying.
That is true. And to be honest with you, D, I don't know how I do it. No word of a lie. Like, I think I have about 120 videos on my channel so far, and I work 6 days a week, 3 jobs. And
Yeah. I've
I
been there. Like I told you, I was working 2 and 3 jobs at a time always.
and how I managed to find the time to put videos out is beyond my comprehension. Like, I have no idea how I'm doing it, but I do know that something in me is like, Juan, you need to get rid of one of those jobs if you want to be, all in with this, because people are responding to me in more ways than I thought was possible. There's channels out there that have been active and they've been in the community and their channel has not grown. And here I am coming along just out of the blue, a couple months in, and here I am at 20,000. You know what I mean? And so I need to take that seriously, because what if I crap on that? What about all the people that put in all that hard work for years on end? It's not fair to them. You know what I mean? So I feel
Yeah,
like,
I do. I do. I get that. Yeah.
so I got to take it serious. In order for me to
Thank
do
you.
that, I got to make sure that, I have the time to do that. So I definitely am going to dwindle down on 3 jobs. My goal is to work the day job and to do this, and to put all my energy into this, because someday I'm not going to be at that main job anymore. I want this to be me. Like,
Right.
I
Yep.
want this to grow into something where I don't have to worry about working another job, because I have this whole enterprise going, you know? So,
Someone's asking where the cubicles. Where did you find the cubicles that are on your back wall? I have the same ones. You just can't see them.
sure. I,
Amazon. Amazon.
Amazon.
Yeah.
But the ones that are getting put in here, they're the wooden ones.
I would love to have the wooden ones, but that'd be big money, I think.
It is.
Yeah, that would be big money. I don't.
But
I
see,
don't know.
how I'm
Believe
doing
it.
it is I have to
Don't
buy
put
like
nothing
6 of
in their
them,
head.
but I buy
I'll
one at a
hunt you
time,
down.
Yeah.
until I can have enough time to do all of them, and that way you're not seeing a hodgepodge behind me. It's got to be one fell swoop straight across.
Yeah, that's like Ginger Yarn Geek. She buys those wooden crates, like
Yep.
at Michael's and whatever. When they go on sale, she has a 40% off. Whenever she's there, she just picks one up, and she has literally filled a room with those just over time. You know, and they're those little wooden crates, and you can set them on top of one another, put a gap in between them to have, I thought that was a really good idea. But, she's been doing it over time and she's got a full room of them now. So, yeah. But I've always wanted wooden shelves, but boy, that would be expensive. Oh, even if I had Mark build them, it would be expensive.
Yeah,
Wood's off the wall right now, so.
for sure. I do know my end goal is, excuse me, my end goal is to have this room redone. The way I'm sitting right now, like, there's this wall here. Let me point up. So there's this wall here. This What I'm sitting in is an extension of my house. My house is actually over here, and it's a ranch house. It's 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. So I had this addition built onto my house. This used to be the windows.
Oh, I see. Okay.
This is the ledge, and so I have this room and 2 other rooms in going alongside the house. And so my end goal is to have this room be my studio, but not have to sit in a sideways position, because I have the desk right here and I have the camera right here.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I want to reposition everything so that way when I'm in front of the camera, you're not seeing this white wall here. I want nothing but yarn. I want that everyone to look at me and be like, "Yep, he's a yarn addict," because look at all that yarn. Oh my goodness.
Right.
So,
Well, we already think that because of your backdrop, so.
yeah, I don't think it's enough though. You know what I mean? And I have over here boxes and bags and boxes. I mean, I know that if you're a true yarn addict, you have boxes sitting somewhere with yarn in it.
Oh, yeah, right there. Yeah.
Okay. And
Yeah.
I believe, like, true yarn addicts have more than one spot like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I have several actually. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I've got a problem. I admit it.
No, we're just living our fantasy. That's all.
Yeah, that's true. That
All about
maybe
yarn.
somebody said maybe choose 10 patterns for $25. Like if you had, a bunch of small patterns or whatever, like choose 10 patterns for 25 bucks.
Yeah,
Or something like that.
that's good.
Yeah, that's some good suggestions.
For sure.
Insure. Oh, I must be way back there because someone goes insure yarn. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, you can insure yarn if it's valued over $5,000. I learned about that when homeowners.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see. I'm zooming here. Sorry, buddy. D, I love you, but I have to bow out. I'm very sorry. I feel unwell. Thriss. Yeah, that's no problem,
I'm
Thriss.
sorry, Thriss. Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Yeah. Also, Patrick's been sick all day too, her son. So, yeah, no problem at all.
Thank you, Thris.
Okay, I must be super far behind. Yeah, everybody's talking about true crime. I can watch true crime all day long and crochet. I could do that. I could do that. Let's see. There's a bunch of people talking about true crime. Okay. All right, I'm way back there. I'm going to zoom. Wow. Okay. Everybody's saying hello to Mark, so I'm getting close. Yeah, someone here saying Laurel Miller says gave away all my makes at my family at our to our my family at our celebration. They could have what they wanted. That's what Mark does with the hats. He'll make every color, size, whatever hat, and he just puts them all on a table. And anybody walking in, their friends, girlfriends, boyfriends we've never met, whatever, they can all take a hat for their children or whatever, and he'll make just a boatload of them. And that's the same kind of thing we do. You just take whatever you want, whatever color you want, whatever.
That's so cool.
Everybody's saying, see, the golden days, folks had to knit their own stockings, men, women, and kids. Yep.
Wow.
Yep, they sure did. Everybody had to learn how to do these things because it was survival. With us, it's a craft and it's fun and we like to create. But back then, I mean, you needed to knit your own socks. You needed to do these things. And I imagine there was a lot of men doing it too.
Yeah.
You have to do what you got to do. Besides your mom, do you have any other friends in your circle to hang out with to crochet?
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I look at you guys as my friends.
Yeah. Me too.
I wish that I did, but my time constraints between my jobs, YouTube, and my mom, I don't really have anybody in real life that I can sit next to physically and crochet with. And not for nothing, I'm in Delaware of all places. I mean, I love Delaware, but like, who else is in Delaware? Delaware, nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like I'm in the sticks of Michigan. Yeah, there's nothing around me. There's nobody. Yeah. Let's see. Cynthia King says, nice to meet you, Juan. Everybody's subscribing. That's awesome.
That's so
Thank
cool.
you for subscribing to me, and thank you for subscribing to my friend Juan here.
Yes, and can I also say something real quick, Dee?
Absolutely anything.
Anybody who is subscribed to me but not subscribed to Dee, if you came here because of my social media links, can you guys check out Dee's channel and subscribe to her too? I would really appreciate that. I'm just
Thanks, Juan.
giving you a shout out back.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
Well, like I said, when I first started doing these interviews, I was just going to do small channels, because I wanted to, get them some, subscribers and people to know who they are and what they're about. And Thris is the one who actually mentioned you to me. She's like, Dee, why don't you ask Juan? I said, his channel's big. I didn't see the point in it. She's like, Dee, you can help each other. Hello? I'm like, I didn't think about that. I really didn't. I was thinking about just trying to help, people that were trying to build their channel, even less subscribers than I had, just trying to help people. And she's like, Dee, everybody wants to hear what Juan's got to say. Everybody wants to hear what, whatever. And I said, you know what, you're right. And so that's when I asked you, because, I said, well, you ask him for me. I didn't even, I was like, you ask him. I don't want to be rejected. I'll have a heart attack.
No.
But I'm just saying, that was my first intention when doing these interviews was, just get people to meet other people and subscribe and share their love,
Yeah.
So, excuse me.
If you think about it, Dee, I am a new person on YouTube, right? I mean, I've just passed the 3-month mark.
It's
And
amazing.
yeah, and in my mind, 20,000 is nowhere near where I want to be. Like, I want to hit, maybe this is far-fetched, but in 5 years, I'm giving myself 5 years to hit 1 million.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow. You got big dreams.
So,
Big dreams.
yeah, man. And so I feel like this. Listen, there's a male in our Yarny community that is on YouTube and has over 1 million. Mikey Selleck.
Oh yeah, I love Mikey.
Okay, so he's over 1 million. Crystal is almost at 1 million. If they can do it, so can I. It's just that I need to figure out the recipe and do it in a way that involves everybody.
Yeah.
And so if I can
I
include everybody,
totally agree with that, but I don't have that aspiration. I honestly just came out here to make a couple friends.
yeah,
I mean, but if I hit that, I'll be happy. I'm not gonna, not be happy. Of course, I would love to have a huge channel and a huge following, but it,
but
I
see,
mean, but you're trying to get rid of a job. You're trying to, you
yeah,
have that in your younger, you have that motivation. No, I'm telling you, there is a difference. People think there
see, I'm
isn't a difference. There
45.
totally is. I'm 60, dude.
I'm
That's
45.
right. My son is your age. Okay. So, I'm sorry, but it's the truth of the matter.
Yeah,
And, when you get older, you don't have that, like I want to be a rock star thing, it's like, I'm okay. I'm good. I'm good like I am. I'm good. Okay, let's see. There's people from Canada
uh,
here.
can I tell
I
you how
I
much
know you love Canadians. Hello,
I love?
Lucas. I didn't say hello to you. Yeah,
I was.
I was married to a Canadian, so I get
Aren't,
it.
aren't they the best people to be around? Like,
I've had a lot of fun, and a lot of my native friends and family are Canadian. You
uh,
know, so yeah, so I love Canadians too. So same
they're
thing
fun.
for me. Yeah, and also too, this is telling on myself, but I don't do this sort of thing anymore. But back in the day, the Canadian year to be able to drink, the age for drinking was lower, so we could cross over the border and go hang out in the bars when we were real young. Well, I'm just being real, that was
Yeah,
a long time ago, but we would go over there and hang out in the bars and have a ball and think it was so cool. We were just cool for going over to Canada and
ooh.
yeah, whoop-de-doo, right? But we
See,
thought we were cool because of it. That's
yeah.
silly. Like I said, back then that was important. That was cool back then.
Uh-huh.
I found him before Bod, Christy. Oh, Mishi's telling Yarn Barb, okay, because Yarn Barb was talking about how Crystal over at Bag of Day had shouted you out and your channel grew so much. But see, here's the thing, guys, and I told Juan this the other day when we were talking. Yes, Crystal shouted him out, which is awesome. Crystal is awesome. She's a loving, caring person. She really is, and she's awesome. She shouts you out and you get a bunch of subscribers, but the trick to this is to keep those subscribers engaged.
Yep,
Yeah, you could get 1 million subscribers overnight, but if they don't like you or you don't keep them engaged, they're out of there.
they are.
Okay, so yes, Crystal shouted you out and you've got that big, influx of people, but it's up to you to keep those people and you've done it and still grown.
Yep.
So that says a lot about you.
Thank you.
So, although, you know, thank God Crystal did. You thank her. That's wonderful. And she's such she just loves to spread that love. And I appreciate her for that.
Yeah.
But like I said, you have to keep them. It's up to you to keep them. You
Yeah.
know, you can't ride that wave. You can get an influx of people, but you can't ride that wave. You can't ride Crystal's wave. You got to ride your own wave
Yep.
to keep those people, to keep them engaged, and to get more subscribers if you want your channel to grow. It's all up
Yep.
to you. It has nothing to do with her at that point.
For sure. I think that when she first called me out,
How
and
awesome, That was
yeah,
so nice.
I don't remember the exact number. I think when Mishi reached out to me, I was only at like 300 or something, and the goal was to get me to 1,000 that night, and we didn't hit it right then. She ended the live, and I think it was at like 900 and something. But when I woke up the next morning, I was about 1,500.
I know, and that's like, wow. you
Yeah.
know.
It's
But see, those friends told friends, and those friends told friends, you got to go watch this guy,
yeah.
and you're the one that has to keep people engaged, you're the one that's got to make them like you enough to tell their friends about you,
Yeah.
and so, although that was awesome,
Yeah.
that was 1,500.
Yeah.
You're at 20,000.
Yeah. And I feel like the cutoff for me, where it was no longer Crystal's wave and it was all mine, was at the 5,000 mark. At 5,000 is when I realized that here I am. I'm a month in. This is my wave, and I need to ride this.
Yeah.
See what happens. And so from the 5,000 mark on, that's when I felt the full weight of this is me.
Yeah,
This is
like I
all,
said, at that point, you have to engage the audience. You have to keep the people. You have to make them love you enough to tell their friends about you.
yeah,
You
for sure.
know? Oh yeah, absolutely. But I mean, Crystal is awesome. I mean, she has rocketed so many people, and it's so nice.
Yeah.
She's such a loving, giving person, and we all appreciate her so much.
Can I say something about her? Uh,
Yes.
I do get a lot of negative mail from people about how much I speak of her. And I just want to say, like, on the interview here, that,
Wow.
yeah, I do want to say that even though I get that, um, that's never going to deter me, because I feel like you always have to make sure that you pay your dues. If someone gives you a hand, you need to make sure that your hand is out as well. So, I
It's
also,
not just that. It's
no,
that, you think she's a great person. I think she's a great person.
yeah,
If somebody else has their own opinion, that's their own opinion.
yep. And
That shouldn't matter either way.
for sure,
That shouldn't matter.
it shouldn't matter. And you know what's even more is that even though I do get all that mail, it's how I respond, actually. So, even though I look at it as them being jealous, and I
There's a
take that,
lot of people out there jealous of Crystal and give her a
yeah,
hard time. And,
and
it comes with the territory.
yeah, and also too, like, I knew that this was going to be something that happens, when you get into the public view, and people will have opinions on both sides,
Regardless.
regardless,
Yeah.
you're going to get it. I look at that as me doing something right.
Oh,
So
absolutely. The
I'm doing,
more people that oppose what you're doing, when it comes to, and you're being a good person, we have to put that in there. You're being a good person, and the more people that oppose you, that
yeah,
means that you're rubbing them you're rubbing them the wrong way or something.
yeah,
Yeah. So that
she's
means you're doing something right.
for sure. She's a friend of mine. We
Yes.
publicly
She's
said,
wonderful.
and
Yes.
so I'm not going to sit here and stop talking. That's almost like people telling me to stop saying that you're a friend of mine. No, that's not going to happen because of you. Like,
Exactly.
you're not going to tell me to stop saying something. And also, I'm all about being positive. So,
Right.
where's the positive note in that?
There isn't.
Right.
If they're being negative towards you,
Yeah.
like my mom always said, kill them with kindness.
Yeah.
Just
Exactly.
kill them with kindness. That's what you got to do. It's like everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
Yeah. Exactly.
And you can like who you want, and you can be friends with who you want. And just because you're friends with this person doesn't mean you can't also be friends with that person. I mean, that is like high school stuff. Let all that go, man.
Yeah.
Nobody, a grown person doesn't care about that.
Yeah.
I just don't get that.
The affairs of a growing channel.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe so. I don't know.
What we
Maybe
do.
so.
That's so cool.
Okay, let me see. I'm going up here. Man, we've been on here for almost 2 hours already.
Oh my
Okay.
stars.
Yeah. My addiction was locked up abroad. We're talking about yarn, and somebody said their addiction was locked up
Oh, yeah.
abroad. I don't know, having problems with customs or something. Okay, let's see. What's your favorite snack while crocheting?
So my favorite snack while crocheting. Um, so I'm a chips person. I like Hers chips. I don't know if they're sold everywhere, but Hers kettle cooked chips. is the bee's
The
knees.
kettle cook, yeah, I like the kettle cook too. I'm not much of a chip eater though.
Oh,
I don't like French fries. I don't like fried
you're
food.
missing out. You're missing out, dude. You have to
I
have.
don't like fried food. I really don't. I never have. I'd rather bake my chicken than fry it. I'd rather, I don't know. I've always liked baked food.
Yeah.
And like I would put everything in an Instapot too. That's another one of my big things. Everything goes in an Instapot because I was so, raising four kids, man. I had to cook in big quantities. Plus, my son was the captain of the football team. My daughter was a cheerleader, blah, blah, blah. So they always had their friends over. So I was feeding half the neighborhood every night,
Oh,
which,
geez.
yeah, which was a little hard on a budget, let me tell you.
Well, yeah, I'd imagine.
Oh, some people saying I joined here because of Juan. Well, thank you very much. Welcome in, and I appreciate
Thank
that.
you guys for stopping by. I appreciate every one of you guys. Thank you.
I love you, D, but Yarn Geek has a bigger stash. I don't know. You ain't seen it all.
All right. You see,
Oh, it's so bad. So bad. It's such a horrible addiction.
it is.
Oh
But
my goodness.
the good thing about Usty is the camera only catches but so much.
Right. I did do a yarn tour in my yarn room one time, but they don't realize that that was just this room.
Right.
They got to see this room.
Right.
Yeah, they got to see this room. I've never said that on camera before. Oops. Juan for a million. Everybody's like, yeah, Juan for a million. Heck yeah,
Yeah.
man. We'll get him there.
Yeah. Once it's
Manitoba, Canada here. You're kidding. I'm Native American and I did my Sundance in Manitoba, Canada at Fort Alexander. And so that's really cool. Someone from Manitoba's here.
wow. That's so cool.
Yeah, it brings back some good memories. Okay, let's see. Also Manitoba. Wow, we've got a few people from Manitoba. Wow. That
I
is
love that
like
Canadians are showing up. I'm so
I
happy.
know. I love Canadians too, man. That's awesome. There's another Canadian. Uh-oh, somebody did a thumbs up or something. Did you do a thumbs up? Because a little thumbs up guy showed up.
Not me.
Do you have Apple equipment?
I may, yes.
Yeah, that's a new thing that they have. If
Oh.
you go like this, it's supposed to do fireworks behind you, but if you do just one, I seen it. I don't know why they ain't doing it now, but it's like all kinds of different stuff. If you do certain movements, like if you go like this, hearts are supposed to come out. No? Yep, there it is.
Oh, wow. That's
Did
cool.
you see it?
Yeah.
Did you see it? Yeah. And if you go like thumbs up, but I guess you gotta, is it gonna do it? Yep, there it is.
Nice.
And I forgot what the fireworks one was. I think it was this or something, and it would make fireworks all behind you. Or, I don't know. I don't. Here we are goofing off. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just showing them like all this weird stuff. Okay, I learned that from Ginger. I don't know if you use Apple equipment. That's a new thing. I guess if you make certain gestures, certain things will show up on your screen. And one of my,
Thriss is trying to get me to go to Android, by the way.
I love Androids. I've had both, and I'm an Android girl.
Aw.
Okay, let's see. I was clean. Little Treasures by Nancy says, hello, everyone. Sorry I'm late. I was cleaning my craft room. Yeah, that's my life right there.
Right?
Yeah, especially now that I did this to myself with all this Black Friday yarn.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is nuts. I have lost my mind. Drive 15 minutes to Staten Island because their drinking age was lower. Oh, they're talking about when I was talking about Canada. Yeah, when I was a teenager, it was like, oh my gosh, you only have to be 18 to go to Canada and drink. So me and all my 18-year-old friends, Oh, jeez. Oh, Mishi says, in my opinion, it's been you from the beginning.
Thank you so much.
She's so sweet.
Cool. I want to make sure that whoever watches me and is subscribed to my channel knows that we always come from a positive place. Like,
Always.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Just we don't have time for that negativity. We
And
just
the whole world is negative
yeah,
half the time. You know what I mean? Why not step away from it and
for sure.
have some good you time? You know, with what you're watching or who you're
Yeah,
paying attention to or whatever. Leave all that stuff back. You know. I mean,
I'll tell
you can get back to it later if you want. You know what I'm saying? You can get back to it later. But for right now, let's just chill. Let's just be happy, have a good time, smile, all that stuff. All the things, Juan.
all
All
the
the
things,
things.
all the things, all the things.
I love that so much. It was funny is because I've actually said that for years and years, but now that it's you're saying, it's like every time I say it, I feel weird. Like I'm copying Juan. That's his saying. I'm not allowed to say it anymore.
Uh, I love it when people say that. Like I when I hear it, I giggle a little bit. I'm like, they're thinking of me. Like they're saying that. I
Oh
bet
yeah, you're on the mind. You're on their mind, right?
yeah. So it's
Let's
cool. I
see.
like that.
If you want to, oh, Thrift evidently is back. So if you want to subscribe to Juan, here's his channel.
Thank you guys. You know what? I wanted to share with you that I really want to learn how to dye yarn. And so when I told you that Thrift was trying to get me to go to Android, the reason is because we're able to communicate better if we have the same platform. And she's got Android and I'm Apple. And so
Yeah, well, Thrift taught me to dye yarn. I told you that the other day. She taught me to dye yarn, and
yeah,
I love it. I have so me and Mark we'll just start dyeing yarn, and we'll be up till 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning dyeing yarn, goofing
uh,
off, listening to music, doing whatever. We love doing it because it's like you never know what you're gonna get. You know, it's like mixing of colors and all that kind of stuff. I just love it. Being a creative person, that just does it for me, you know. I love it. And I thank her all the time for it. Thank you so much, you know. Speaking of yarn, because I've been sick, I don't know if people coming in late. I have not sent out things because I didn't know if I had a contagious bug. And I didn't want to send it along with my hand-dyed yarn that we did the dib sale. I have been sick for over a week. And so now that I know I went to the doctor today, I'm not contagious. I have an upper respiratory thing going on and sinuses. And so I can send everything out. So it's ready to go. I just have to label it and get it out the door. So I apologize for any late stuff. It's been a month around here, and now that I know I'm not contagious and it's, you know, everything's good now, I can send everything out. So those of you that were asking, those everything's heading out to the mail.
yeah. Well, we crochet and knit. We should be somewhat patient, right?
What's that? Oh, patient? Yeah, for sure. See
So,
that? Well, we got the Apple and the Android battle going on in the chat over there.
yeah.
Yeah, you know, people are steadfast. It's like if you are a Mac, Apple, person, that's you. You know, if you're an Android person, you're like, oh, forget that. You know, it's the same in either way.
My entire house is wired with Apple products.
I have Apple TV, you know, like the Apple things for TV.
Yeah.
The little white box. I don't know what they're called. Mark messes with that, and whatever. But my computer is not a Mac, and my phones are not. I don't know. Has anyone ever tried selling yarn on Dashify? Nope, never done that.
No.
Okay, I'm looking. I'm sorry, there's a lot of stuff going on here. Yeah, Candy. That's why I didn't send it, because I didn't know if I had COVID. I've literally touched that yarn from beginning to end. And if I had COVID, I'm sending out 200 packages. Not too smart of me, you know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to make sure that I didn't have a bug and everything was cool. And now that I know, I'm good. So, yeah, she was thanking me for not sending it because she has something coming from me, and I just didn't want to spread a virus,
For sure. It's worth the wait anyway. It's fine.
Well, thank you, Juan. Yeah, everybody's trying to avoid getting sick if they can help it. I mean, there's so much stuff going on out there. Respiratory problems, the COVID is back, all that stuff.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to take a chance to get anybody sick. So, Juan, you'd like to learn how to dye, Sally Stevens says. Yes, he does.
Yeah, because I want all the purple yarn. I want it in every shade, and I feel like if I can dye it myself, I'll have every hue of purple.
Okay,
Every hue.
I don't know what just happened. I know you guys can still hear me because I can still hear Juan, but my computer is booting.
Oh,
Okay, so I don't know if you can see me.
I can.
Okay.
Hi.
Not sure. Oh, hello. Not sure what happened there. I thought maybe I bumped and unplugged it or something. I didn't know what the heck happened. Sorry, guys. Okay. And no pink. Art Junkie says no pink. Let's
It's
see.
funny that I got a picture from her this morning, and the picture had all pink in it. I'm like, yes, I can clearly see that you like pink. I literally out loud. I'm like, this is so funny.
And see, I don't like purple.
Are you kidding me right now?
I'm serious. I don't.
Why?
I like dark purple. Like I'm a jewel tone person.
Aubergine.
Yeah, aubergine, the royal purple, like that. But you start getting into, lilac and baby blue and baby pink and all that. I have no desire. See, now that's pretty. That's pretty.
My room. Listen, within arm's reach, I can grab you 20 shades of purple right now.
I can grab you 20 shades of teal because I love teal.
Oh.
Yeah, but I just don't like the lighter purples. I don't like the baby pinks, the baby blues, the baby yellows. I mean, I don't know. Just reminds me of baby blankets, and I have no babies, so around me. So I don't know. I just don't. And lilac, I don't know why I don't like lilac because that was my grandma's favorite color, and I adored her. So I don't know. Juan's reaction was hilarious. What? What? You don't like purple? What is the matter with you?
You like purple because I like purple.
Yeah, yes, I'm referring to pastel colors. Although there has been a couple of pastel colors that I thought were kind of pretty. I guess it just depends on the shade, but I like them deep, rich colors. That's what I like.
Mm-hmm. Very decadent colors.
Yeah. Purple is the hot diggity dog of colors, Grandma Wanda says.
Yes, love it. Love purple.
Granny D says, I don't care for pink and purple together. Together. Yeah, well, you don't like the pink and I don't like the purple, so we both agree with you there.
For sure. Love that for us. I mean, I feel like, for those who don't like purple, that's more for me.
And that's the way that's the way people all the time. Because, like, in my giveaways, if I get purple yarn, I always go in the giveaways, and they're like, yay, D hates purple. So, but really, I just like the deep, dark purple. That's, I don't hate it. I just really like the deep, dark.
This puts me in such a good mood. Like, you give me yarn and purple yarn at that, I could have had the worst day instantly.
Mine is teal. Yeah, mine is teal. My teals and aquas, those colors. Oh,
this is so good. What's not to like about purple? I mean, I'm just saying for me.
Yeah, well, me it's teal, and I mean I don't mind pink, but it's not something I gravitate towards.
Yeah.
I mean I don't mind it so much, but. And Trish says I would love an aubergine and teal and turquoise combo yarn. I agree, that would be pretty.
Yeah, that would be nice. I'd be down to do something with that. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, blues and greens are my, teals, blues, greens, them colors. Those are my very favorite. But I really kind of like all color. There's a couple shades of certain colors I don't like.
I can agree with that. Like, I'm not just fixated on one color. Like, I'm obviously, you can see my yarnscape. I love all colors, but that purple just does it for me. I don't know why. It's always been purple for me.
Yeah, it's always been teal for me. I get it because mine's just a different color. I get it. It's like even when I was young, I always gravitated towards teal colors and whatever. My dream vehicle, which I owned at one time, but was traded for another car, which, probably one of the reasons I got a divorce. But anyways, my dream vehicle is a VW bus in teal.
Wow.
That is my dream vehicle. Now they're $200,000 without an engine, you know? So it's ridiculous. And I had one. And I'm just, every time I think about it, I get angry. But that's like my dream vehicle. I've always wanted a teal vehicle. I always wanted, you know. So teal's always been it for me. And evidently Amazon just delivered something because the lady in the box just dinged me. Orange for you. Janelle Martin says orange for me.
Orange is a good color. There's a lot of different hues of orange. That's pretty awesome.
Yep. Thrift says Nightbot needs more yarn to relax.
Sure, for sure.
I like burnt orange, like rusty burnt orange colors. That's the colors of orange that I like. Mark likes neon. The brighter orange, the better. Like, you know, like hunter's hats. You know, he makes a lot of hunter hats.
Wow.
You know, the brilliant orange, like neon. Not so much. Oh, that's pretty. Yeah, that's pretty with the beiges and that. That's really pretty.
I didn't like the price though. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, yeah. $12.99. Can you believe that?
Yeah,
Unreal. We're both spinning pictures. That's hilarious, man. I'm not used to somebody agreeing with me on that. Usually people go $12.99. You know, like $12.99.
Right, but that's crazy.
Wow. Yeah, if I'm getting 10 of them or something. Wow.
Okay, give me your $5.
Yeah. What is your favorite fiber? Now that you've gotten away from acrylic a little bit, what's your favorite fiber?
Oh, my favorite fiber. Okay, of the ones that I've tried so far.
Yeah, the ones that you've tried.
I want to say yak.
Yeah, yak is nice.
I like. I've tried yak just once because my very very tight budget.
Wow, yeah, that can get into some big old money.
Yeah, I like yak, but then also like that superwash merino.
I know, me too. I love superwash merino.
Like and the great thing about it is it's actually affordable.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's not as bad as cashmere or yak or silk or even silk is expensive. You know.
For sure. I do have cashmere. Like you guys saw the yarns that I gave to Crystal. She and I both have the same yarns. The cashmere is nice, but it's one of those fibers that like.
Well, you don't like fuzzy.
Right.
And isn't that kind of fuzzy? Yeah.
It's hairy.
Yeah, it's hairy. It cracks me up every time you say that.
It's hairy yarn.
And Granny D says she loves alpaca. Alpaca is nice too. Have you ever tried alpaca yarn?
I haven't worked with it. I have felt it. It's very soft and
It is soft, but some of it can be fuzzy and others isn't. So you just have to be selective.
yeah.
Lucas says alpaca is his favorite by far. Yeah.
I think
I have a whole shelf of alpaca up there, but it's like a 5 weight, and I don't like bigger yarns. I know you do, but I like the thinner yarns, and because the bigger yarns hurt my wrist. I don't know why. It just I don't know. I just feel it hurts my wrist. I don't know why. Old. It's because I'm old, man. Okay, I agree with Granny D. Alpaca's the best. That's from Mama G. Yep. Yeah, alpaca's pretty nice, but I do like superwash merino. I do. Bamboo is very soft. You know what I found with bamboo? Like I have a lot of like True Boo and stuff like that back here. I got on sale. I'm sorry?
Is that the cotton blend? It's like a cotton with bamboo, or
Yeah, I think so. It's a Lion brand. It's called True Boo. Anyways, over time I've gotten, on sale and hoarded it, like I do. And that is very slippery.
yeah.
And I mean, that's okay for drapey stuff, but if you're not making a drapey item, I just don't see a use for it.
You know what? Something else too, because with me being a guy and everything, my hands are calloused up. So, I mean, there's a lot of calluses on my hands. So what I think is something like smooth may not be to the next person. I've had it in many cases where I'd be like, this is really, really soft. And then I'd give it to the next person. They'd be like, are you kidding me? This is sandpaper. What are you talking about? I mean,
See,
so,
my favorite fiber of all time is cotton.
okay.
Yeah, I love cotton. I love to make, with the thinner cottons, you can make drapey. With the thicker cotton, you can make washcloths. You can make useful things, whatever. I just love cotton in it. And, depending on how thick it can be used in winter, it can be used in summer, whatever. You can't say the same for wool.
Right, no.
Do you know what I'm saying? You can't use it in some. It also can't be very absorbent, or you can't use it for utilitarian things that wouldn't come out. So cotton to me is the best because, I can do anything with it. I have beautiful, expensive hanks of cotton.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? You can get it. You can get fancy with cotton too. If you want to be fancy. But I, of course, got it on sale. But $3 a hank, it's normally 12. I got it for $3,
That Mainstays cotton yarn is pretty good too.
Oh yeah,
266, I think, or
yeah,
uh,
yeah. The peaches and cream. I've got tons of the peaches and cream. I use it for washcloths, dishcloths, stuff for my mom, like like a bib kind of thing, to keep her from making a mess and things like that. I use that thick cotton for that stuff. The pockets I put on her walker, I made out of that kind of cotton because it's sturdy.
Yeah.
To me, cotton makes more sense than any of it. But that's just because, like I said, I'm thinking more useful things. But you can make a dress or anything out of cotton. I mean,
For sure. Wow.
It's hard for you to find cotton, Darcia? You should get it online like I do, but wait for the sale.
For sure. Always the only steal on mine.
Yeah. Kim G says, I've used True Boo and it's nice. It is very nice. It's very soft. It's very silky. But unless you're making if you don't want a drapey object, it's not the yarn for you. If you don't, but if you want something drapey, that is a really nice drapey, cheaper version, let's say, that you can really get away with. It's as soft as silk.
Yep. I agree.
You've started working, breaking my dreams. I have started to love working with cotton yarn. Yeah. For the longest time, I would say cotton was my favorite fiber, and people just, what? Cotton? They couldn't see any use for it but dishcloths. And I'm like, no, man, I make everything. I make clothes out of it. I make blankets out of it. My Sophie's Universe is made out of cotton.
That's so cool.
You know what I mean? So, I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah. I think that, like, for me, I haven't experienced enough of the fibers that are actually out there. I think what I need to do is still continue to explore and try to gain access to these different things. Because there's some things out there that I still haven't experienced yet.
Right.
So many different things out there.
I just recently, when I say recently, let's say in the last 2 years, started buying bougie, I call it bougie yarn, because I never bought that kind of stuff. Bougie, yeah. Started buying that bougie yarn. I never bought that kind of stuff before. I, started buying Noro and name brands like that, and I'm like, here's the problem with that. That Noro's still sitting there. I bought a bunch of Noro. I did make myself a sweater, which I wear all winter. Okay? It was useful. But I have a whole 2 cubicles of Noro over there that, of course, I got on sale, but it still was very expensive to me.
Yep.
Expensive. And it's still sitting there because I want to make sure it's the right project.
Yep. For sure.
That is such a waste of money. If you're waiting for the right project, if you spend money on bougie yarn, use the bougie yarn.
Yep.
Don't wait for the right project. It's such a waste of money sitting on a shelf.
Yeah.
I do it so I can look at it and go, ooh, that's so pretty.
For sure.
Why did I pay so much money for something? I go, ooh, so pretty. When I could buy some acrylic and feel the same way about it. I may not feel it's bougie, but I'll feel that it's pretty.
Exactly. I agree. 1000%.
Yep. Malabrigo Rios is wonderful. I totally agree. I like Malabrigo yarn. But once again, it has to be on sale.
Yeah. I'm new to that one, and I will tell you that, like, my opinion on this has changed, because I remember saying on my channel one time, that I'm too frugal to try these hanks because they cost too much money. And I think that's when Chris even said that I'm going to dye him some yarn so he can experience it.
I dyed you some yarn too. I told you that the other day. I
Yeah.
just haven't been able to send it because I didn't know if I was sending you a bug.
Yeah.
And then you also bought some from me at my yarn dib sale. So
Yeah.
you've got a bunch of my yarn coming your way. But I had dyed you some, and it's been sitting here for a while. So
And honestly, since you guys put me onto it, I like it.
Thrift says, I don't know, Dee. Why don't you use the Nelson wood hook? She has bought me 2 Nelson wood hooks, and for the life of me, it's like I'm scared to use them. I just know I'm going to break. It's so expensive. It's just like, and Thrift bought them for me. She's like, you have to use these. And I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I still haven't. I'll be honest. I still haven't.
I
Thrift.
used mine. It sits on a shelf and I stare at it a lot.
I know, yeah. I can't do it, man. It's like $150 for a hook. For one hook.
Yep. It's a lot. But,
Use it, it can be fixed, she says.
oh, Lord.
Yeah. We're from the same mindset, man. I'm like, no way, that's going to be. I should encase it in glass and put it on a shelf. And
Exactly. Mine's in an acrylic little box there.
Bridget, Queen's Crafts by Bridget, would like to know if you have experienced hand spun yarn yet.
No, and guess what? That is something that I have on the books to try this year.
Well, Queen's Crafts by Bridget is a spinner.
Are you kidding me?
Nope.
That's so
She's
awesome.
matter of fact, I'll show you. Hold on. Let's see if I can reach it. She gave me this
Ooh.
that she dyed on her wood stove.
What is that,
and
like big green?
It is Royal Peacock. It's 100% wool, hand dyed and spun for you by Queen's Crafts by Bridget.
Oh, my stars.
She dyed this on her wood stove and then spun it on one of those old timey wheels, not the electric one, like one of them old timey spinners. Isn't it beautiful?
Did you see my hand? I'm like,
Yeah.
wow.
Isn't it beautiful?
It is. Oh, wow. That is,
Yeah.
Does she have a website?
Bridget, do you have a website? I know, well, she has a YouTube channel.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I interviewed her before Yarn Geek.
Okay.
I interviewed her. So, yeah, it's Queen's Crafts by Bridget.
I'm writing it down.
Okay. Yeah, this is beautiful. I'm definitely going to make something out of it. And then our friend Ray also spins, and she spun me this. Oop, there we go.
Oh, that's nice, too.
I know. I'm so excited. I've never had hand spun yarn, and I got both of these in like 6 months.
And let me guess, you're not using it because you want to keep it for the
Well, no.
I mean,
No, I will use it. I promised both of them that I would. But my thing is what? Like this one is a smaller amount. I think I'll make like a notions pouch or something out of this. I've got thoughts.
okay.
And then this one, there's a little bigger amount. It has that mini hank, like if you wanted to make socks or something. But I don't think I would do that. I think maybe I would make a bag out of this one because it has more yardage.
What's the yards on that one?
253 yards. I could
Okay.
always put a leather handle on it, whatever. So I've got thoughts about what I'm going to do with these, but these are going to, when I do make these, it's not something I'm going to give away. This is going to be for me. I'm going to keep that because that is super special.
Yeah.
I mean, this one is called Dee's Yarn Utopia. It's named after me. I can't, This one is Peacock, Royal Peacock, because Queen's Crafts by Bridget. Peacocks are my whole house is decorated. Well, not my whole house. My whole den and kitchen are decorated in peacocks. Everybody knows that because I talk about them all the time. And I have peacock tattoos and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so she named it Royal Peacock. So in the same notion, she named it after me as well. So
Wow.
yeah, isn't that cool? I love that. I've never had homespun yarn. So cool.
It's on the books. I will be looking for some spun yarn. I do want to know what that feels like to work with. So
Yeah. Let's see. No cash for bougie yarn here. I've been there. I get it. I never thought in a million years I'd have bougie yarn. Never. Not in a million years.
Yep. I keep my bougie yarn right in its own little bin. I'm sure you do the same thing.
Yeah, yep. Special area right there. It's the bougie stuff. Except for my blue heron. Because my blue heron's like my favorite yarn in the whole world. Oh, yeah. Pretty. That's beautiful.
Whenever I'm in a bad mood, I come in here, I pull out the bag, I look at it, puts me in a good mood.
Yeah,
Well,
Mama G bought Bridget's electric wheel. So she'll be spinning as well. She's learning to spin on the electric wheel.
wow.
Yeah, so we're getting quite a few spinners in our community, which is really cool, you know?
For sure, because we need them. We have dyers. We need spinners.
Yep, I totally agree with that. Yeah, beautiful work, Bridget. You're not kidding. I love this. What did I do with it? Oh, if it had been a snake, it had bit me. But man, oh man, look at it.
Yeah.
Isn't that beautiful?
That is awesome.
And I have an interrogation light in here. That's what I call it. Mark hooked this light up that's like, if I look up, I can't see. It's really bright, so it kind of washes out color. This is not that light of color. This is, you know, a nice medium teal, and I love lime green. You know, that chartreuse color of green.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I love that color green. So there's a little of that in here. Just really pretty. Very pretty yarn. Bridget did such an awesome job.
Someday.
She says, "Oh, make me blush."
That's so cool.
She said it makes her heart sing to see stuff I've made be loved. Isn't that nice?
Yep. It's all part of being a yarn addict. You know, we love yarn.
Yeah.
True yarn addicts love yarn.
Yeah, banana yarn. I got some banana yarn from Good Darn Yarn. Darn Good Yarn. I always say it backwards. Darn Good Yarn, banana fiber. Very different. But if you're into art yarn, things like that, that's a good yarn to go to. It makes things look interesting.
Love this.
Oh, that is pretty.
Yeah.
Yarn art. Yeah, I actually sell yarn art from time to time. I'll order a big bunch and then I have a sale.
You gotta let me know, D. I'll buy it. I love it.
Yeah. Well, it's cheaper if you buy it in bigger amounts. And so if you buy it in bigger amounts, then you can afford to give it to people, you know, at a decent price rather than, you know. Yeah, Bridget makes lovely yarn. And let's see. Yeah, Thris's Starry Night yarn. Holy cow, is that beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
Mine's
I
right here
love
somewhere.
it.
Gosh, I've got so much stuff around me. I don't like being this unorganized. It's making me a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Do you have it near you? There it is. Oh, do you love it or what?
I'm in love.
It's so beautiful, Thris.
I keep everything right at arm's reach.
And I made those stitch markers, by the way.
I know. I love it.
I make Thris's stitch markers for her for her monthly subscription. By the way, if you don't know, Thris in Stitches dyes yarn and has a monthly subscription box, and I make the stitch markers for it.
It's so squishy.
It is squishy and it's beautiful. I love sparkle though. I know you're not a huge fan of sparkle, but I love sparkle. If I had my way, all yarn would sparkle.
Yeah. What do you recommend that I make with this?
Ooh. Would it be something for yourself or something for someone else? It'd be something for yourself.
Yes.
What about...
It's $231 a piece, so it's $460. I only need about 200 for a beanie, which means...
And then it would leave you a little bit for some kind of cowl or scarf or whatever. I mean, it's so beautiful.
Yeah. I'm going to have to run it, put another color with this maybe to make it big enough.
Yeah, to make it get, yeah, because it is thinner.
Recommend? Like, a complementary color with this. Would purple go or no?
Why not? Purple and blue go fabulous together. Or you could even go the opposite and do like a cream so that it really stood out. Oh, yeah, that would be pretty.
Yeah.
That would be pretty. Yeah, I think it would. Purple and blue always go together. Just
Yeah.
like green and blue always go together.
Yeah.
I don't think you can go wrong with those combos. But like I said, if you wanted to have that yarn stand out, do like a cream color or
Like
yeah.
That's a good idea.
And that would make that color really pop, really show out, show off the colors.
Yeah. Because I'm not, you're right. I'm not into the sparkle, but if I mix this or run this with like a cream, it wouldn't be as sparkly, but I would still get the effect.
You would still get the effect and you'd still be able to see all the beautiful color. Yeah.
See, what drew me to this was the gradient.
Oh, I love gradient. Yep, me too. I love that.
Love that. Thank you, Thris. And thank you, Dee, for the stitch marker.
You're welcome.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Thris makes beautiful yarn, y'all. You should go over there and check it out. Once a month, she'll put up a preview of that month's yarn, and she'll tell you when she's going to hold it up in case you don't like it and in case you don't like to see it and you want to be surprised. So she'll say, okay, if you don't want to see it, don't look, and she'll show it, but she'll describe it.
Yeah.
So you have options. So.
That's cool.
Anyone tried rosewood yarn? No, I have not.
No, I haven't tried that either. Where would you find that? Let me write that down.
Rosewood yarn. I think this one that Ray made for me has some of that in it. Oh, it just says rose, so I don't guess it's rosewood. Well, I hate to cut things short, but we have been on here for 2.5 hours, and you've got a life. Yeah, so I didn't want to keep you on for this long. I apologize. I didn't realize.
It's perfectly fine. I'm enjoying every moment. I mean,
I know.
I'm
It's
just
just.
cool that you thought of me enough to interview me, so that's cool.
Well, thanks. Well, no, I just didn't think you'd say yes. So, to be totally honest, I was like nervous about the whole deal. So,
But no, this is cool.
nothing compares to it, really. Yep. I love watching Thirsty and Juan, Mama G, dye yarn. Okay, I see what you're saying. Well, I really had a lot of fun.
For sure.
And I'm going to have to go check on my mom. I've been on here a little. She was complaining in there. I could hear her a second ago. So it's kind of my cue. I got to go check on her, make sure she thinks if I don't check on her once an hour, go in there and say, hey, Mom, what's going on? You need something to drink, blah, 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 whatever. She thinks I abandon her. Like, I'll go in there in a couple hours if I'm doing something, and I'll tell her, Mom, I'm making a video, and I'll be back. As soon as I'm done, I'll be in here. And she'll say, I thought you forgot about me. Why would you think that, Mom?
Yeah.
Thris is going to bed. She doesn't feel good. And I'm going to go lay on the couch myself and give my voice a rest.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Juan, for coming on. I really thoroughly enjoyed this. There! You got fireworks. I don't know what you did, but you got the fireworks. Oh, that was cool. Was it this or... Oh, there it is. It worked. I told ya. I just couldn't remember what the symbol was. That was super cool. Okay, anyways, I just love you to death, man.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for coming on. I thoroughly enjoyed this. Thank you for everybody in the chat for coming by and seeing us. And for all of those of you that subscribe to Juan and all of those that subscribe to me, we appreciate you greatly. And he's got a goal. He's got a goal. We got to get him to, what were we saying, 100,000 by when?
By the end of the year.
Okay. By the end of this coming year, Juan wants to be at 100,000. I think we can get him there. Spread the word. Spread the word.
Why not? Thank you guys for having me. Thank you, Dee.
Oh, yeah. Well, Happy New Year, everybody, too, by the way. And I hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas. And we're going to get out of here because I'm losing my voice.
Yeah.
I love you all so much. Bye, my friends. Much love.